Xander! 20, 30 or 40. Xander, I got quarterback. Go!
First thing he does, goes out there and starts doing the skittle dance.
Xander, ready, quarterback, come on. No.
Alright, so we're not seeing the huddles for some reason. Come on. So I got to spend what's today? Wednesday at the Bicentennial Park in Stockton, which is county owned, and that's where they've been having this cross country meet for AHSSA. Yeah, that's an awesome course. So we got to figure out how we can get one down there next year. We can try to coordinate. Huh? Yeah. And it's no cost to have the event. And there's bathrooms. There's I mean, it probably wouldn't hurt to have like a porta potty brought in or something. It's like a small cement field house. I mean, not like a shed, but it has a women's and men's bathroom in it. You can only get one at a time, but it's right at the main entrance, and it's a beautiful place. So for some reason, IT is putting Christmas lights up this year. I don't know why. We're not physically putting the lights up, but we're putting the control units to flash this tree and this tree. So I've spent the last month GPS marking trees where it can be a red light, a white light, a green light. So at the very beginning I was not a fan of it, but it's kind of grown on me now. So, but they had the sectionals for 7A, 6A, and 5A on Wednesday, and the kid who won it from St. Paul's ran it in 16:16. I mean, he was just flying. Like there was no chance anybody catching him. I mean, it was just maddening.
If the snowball's having an event there, probably do pretty good then.
Yeah. No event time. Yep. And they'll send you an email eventually about cross country. They're trying to grow more schools. I can't remember how many boys you have to have or girls to qualify as a team. There was no runner-up at state because Bessemer didn't have enough people. Huh?
I think all you had to
Yeah. Oh, we had 2. Bessemer had 3, but
We're back to 5.
huh?
It wasn't a very high number.
Southern Prep had 35 people there. I mean, they had everybody from Southern Prep Academy
Where
there.
is Southern Prep?
Montgomery or something.
That's not Southern.
Not Southern, no, not Greensboro, no. Southern Prep Academy is like a military prep school.
That's all they were on that bracket for that 8-man football.
Yeah. Augusta, who's there now, came to us for like 2 weeks during the summer, and then when he realized he wasn't going to start, he left. Danny's done pretty, like I said, I was really impressed. Danny's just a beast anyhow. Anything he does, he's OCD on it. You know, and he may not be the tallest or whatever, but he'll go as hard as he can. He finished that cross country, and he wasn't even out of breath. I mean, but the rain didn't help either. It didn't help the fact that he had played both sides of JV football the night before.
Yeah.
His legs were on fire. But the 2 kids from Bessemer that win it, they're athletes. I mean,
Yeah, when I saw their time, I said, that's a little fast.
yeah, they've also been running. Like I said, had we ran some more events, Danny ran 209 miles between May 1st to the end of July. You know, just around our house. I didn't even realize, when I was at Bicycle Park for the past few weeks, before he went to cross country, I thought to myself, this would be a good place to have a meet. So I went on a mile split. Sure enough, that's where they've been having it for the last 6 years. So it's nice down there. But I think we can probably get Covington to run next year. Patrick, I think, will run it.
I tried to get Eli to go this year, but he was like, I don't like running like that. I was like, but you run every single day. He said, and I can't run a 5K under 20 minutes. And I was like, most kids can't. Like,
Kids can unless you have competition with you.
he was like, I can run about 26. And I was like, go run. You're not going to be last.
Yeah. Like I said, I was getting a picture of Danny and Alexis at the start, and as soon as I got to take pictures, they were about to gun it. And so I was trying to get Danny to start all the way down there by the 2 working boys, and then he didn't realize they started. He was like, so he was playing catch up the whole time, and they sprint the first mile. They'll break under a 5-minute mile this year in track. So Danny should be close. But like I said, as soon as football's over, he'll be running again. So.
I think we hosted 7 track meets around the WC.
So you've already coordinated all that? Thank you.
That was due like,
Yeah. Well, the cross-country guy from Bessemer, I think he would co-host a meet with us at Bicentennial, because he hosts the one up in Shadow Lake. And although he wasn't hosting Lee Scott's, they were relying on him for information. So he's a point of contact. He said if at any point we get ready to start talking about cross-country, he'd be all for bringing everybody down here for an event. What they don't like about Bicentennial Park is some of it is on gravel, which, I mean, it is what it is, but I wouldn't say a lot of it is. The starting line is gravel, and then you cross it, then you're on grass in the woods the whole way, and you cross it one other time. But it's not like they're running the whole thing in gravel. I mean, some of those kids were smoking it. Like I said, I didn't look at all the times. I just knew St. Paul, he clocked 16:16. I'm like, that's bad. I was fast. I never did cross country, but I was that fast.
I like to run, like, I'll run 5Ks like for fun. My best time was like 30 plus. But I never like ran before I did it.
They always had you in like shot put and distance. Did they ever have you doing any track events other than the shot put and distance?
I was going to run the mile last 2 years because that was
All the times that you got told no, I see you using in a benefit way going forward. Because I mean, a lot of times I would hear things be said no. I'm like, why not? It's not 1970, it's not 1980. But like I said, I'm excited. I think Gex is going to do track, isn't he? Is that the? So then you got to convince him to do cross. I don't know how we do cross country. I can't coach it, but if we can at least get maybe Bessemer to help us, give us a plan, and then get somebody just to line the kids out. Because we have that giant field beside the property, they can run around that. Even if it's a self-managed thing where maybe there's not a coach meeting them, but they're giving them a plan for the day.
I've never been up there behind like Sonic and stuff, but I know people run back there. That's a pretty big little lake right there or whatever.
That'd be cool.
Because really, I mean, with track and like when you're doing running stuff, like you don't have to have officials. So really, you should have that. But back in my day, we had stopwatches. You had to have 8 people up there with a stopwatch, and you had first.
Yeah, it's worth, and I don't know what they charge. I want to say it's maybe $1,000 for the timers. I can't remember. As soon as you get your schedule, go ahead and contact Miles Split. Or no, it's Express Time. I can't remember who we used. You can look at our last year.
Express, I think.
You go ahead and lock those dates in. They fill up quick. I mean, it's.
We gotta get new track stuff.
May have. Let me know the cost. Let's do it.
I don't even know. Do we even have a high jump bag?
High jumps are in the left of the field house.
That's right. Some of them were jumping on the over there. I do remember that. I remember that.
What we trying to think of, I'd like to replace the netting on the discus. That can't be very expensive. It just looks like, you know.
One of the only schools that has that actually has the track.
You see, there's a fund you may not know about or you may know about.
To resurface it.
Yeah, for anything put in there, I know. And it's because resurfacing costs just keep going up and up and up and up. So I would like to, we talked about the board, naming the track after Mr. Davidson and somebody else.
Ready up!
The guy who gave us the money. So we'll work on it. Like I said, yeah, the track. That's the stuff you have to do. You have to recognize the previous.
Kicking ball!
thank you. Far too kind. Can I get an encore? Do you want more? Cook and roll with the Brooklyn boys. So for one last time, I need y'all to roll. Now what the hell are you waiting for? After me, there should be no more. So for one last time, make some noise. No pressure than whole, riddle me that. The rest of y'all know where I'm lurking at. Can none of y'all mirror me back? We're handy rappers like AG rapping his prime. I'm young H.O. rap breaking dead. Have to take over the floor and I break bread. I'm in Boeing jets, global spread. Out the country, but the blueberry still connect. On the low, look, you got a triple deck. But when you young, with respect, yep. Grand opening, grand closing. Man, your manhole, crack the can open again. Who you gonna find open ahead with no pen? Just strong inspiration. Who you gonna see you can't replace him with cheap invitations for this generation? On call, do you want more? Cook and roll with the Brooklyn Balls. So for one last time, I need y'all to roll. Now what the hell are you waiting for? After me, there should be public service announcement. Sponsored by Just Blaze and the Hills Folks of Robertsville Records.
Fellow Americans, it is with the utmost pride and sincerity that I present this recording as a living testament and regulation of history of the making during our generation.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ho, H to the O-B. I used to move snowflakes by the O. I guess even back then you can call me CEO of the ROC. Ho, fresh out the frying pan into the fire. I be the music biz #1 supplier. Fly it in a piece of paper bearing my name. Got the hottest chick in the game wearing my chain. That's right, Ho, not DOC, but similar to the letters. No one could do it better. I check cheddar like a food inspector. My homie Strick told me, dude, finish your breakfast. So that's what I'ma do. Take you back to the dude with the Lexus passport, the shoes and the necklace. Let me tell you dudes what I do to protect this. Shoot at you actors like movie directors. This ain't a movie, dog.
Now, before I finish, let me just say, I did not come here to show out. Did not come here to impress you. Because to tell you the truth, when I leave here, I'm gone. And I don't care what you think about me. But just remember, when it hits the fan, brother, whether it's next year, 10 years, 20 years from now, you'll never be able to say that these brothers lied to you, Jack.
Bingly lie, I done came through the block and everything that's fly. I'm like Che Guevara with bling on, I'm complex. I never claimed I had wings on. Get my by any means on. Whenever there's a drought, get your umbrellas out because that's when I brainstorm. You can blame Sean, but I ain't invent the game. I just rolled the dice trying to get some change. And I do it twice, ain't no sense to me. Lying, that's it. I am a different man. And I can blame my environment, but ain't no reason why I be buying expensive change. Hope you don't think users are the only abusers. Getting high within the game. If you do, then how would you explain? I'm 10 years removed, still the virus in my veins. I got a hustler spirit, period. Check out my hat, y'all, peep the way I wear it. Check out my swag, y'all, I walk like a ball player. No matter where you go, you are what you are, player. And you can try to change, but that's just the top layer. Man, you was who you was before you got here. Only God can judge me, so I'm gone. Either love me or leave me alone.
Now, back to our regular scheduled program. L'Album Noir, the Black Album.
break my bones, till all my scars bleed golden, my name's forever known. I swear I'll break my bones, till all my scars bleed golden, my name's forever
Try to. Yeah. You only hear something every now and then. Maybe shut the mics now.
In your
Test 1 2 1 2 3 test. Check 1 2. Test check 1 2 1 2 3. I've been forgetting about my little the little music bed that I like on your. I got to try to remember. Regular season. No, I'm good. Hey, his pro actually have a winning opportunity for the Cougars. Me tonight. You doing good, Coach? You did. No, I'm good. Hey, his probation officer may not know where he's at.
You're two. He's one. This one's one.
And then you'll be right here.
Wherever y'all want to be.
You're going to be right there.
It don't matter. Yeah, it don't matter. I don't think so.
That's number one.
Huh? So that's
It don't matter who's who though.
no, not really.
together when both of y'all are gone.
So we have a sous chef and a front of house manager.
The FCC charges a $5,000 fine for obscenity, so you're going to have to hold them down tonight.
Yeah, we'll be all right. I'll be good.
But I'm sure if you cook them a good steak, they'd probably not look past that.
Right? Come with food.
You're kind of married to a restaurant.
You're absolutely married to it.
Right, yeah.
Sarah keeps saying she wants a milk cow, and I said, you have no idea.
They'll come to Canoe.
You don't want a milk cow. They love the chicken. They love the chickens. We call him Chicken Daddy. He's just gotten 8 more. He got 4 Easter eggers and 4 American. He wanted some that like different colored eggs. So these like blue and green.
Because we've got, I've got
Pastel eggs.
EA rosters.
Oh, in fact, went to a point, some of them were sitting and all, they weren't laying. And Sarah had to buy some eggs. And
We've got one, there should be one with some writing on it.
Yeah, she scrambled them. They threw them away because they weren't near. They didn't taste
I
good.
saw a thing today that
Well,
has a
evidently I don't have it.
Done or writing.
look-alike or whatever that I guess they're selling. I guess probably Walmart. You just don't know what you're getting because I guess it's not marked until you crack it. Kind of rubberized.
I mean, well, and see, the only reason I'm
I
going to
mean,
be here
everything.
really is
They have
to be able
infiltrated
to,
all our
and if you can
food,
be
all
there,
our
we can still
medicine,
eat. And
everything.
that
That's
way
probably
we're
why
not,
people are so darn sick.
and I'll just think like this, and what we'll do is get some EA Roxy. Or give me one of the one with the Philly cluster on it right there. Jim, I don't remember what those changes were. But that is theirs. Yeah, now what we'll do is when they're on defense, you keep it. Okay? You do defense and I'll do offense for both and then we'll swap. Okay, we'll swap. That'll make for a better play. Everything's charged up, man. I'm just gonna put this in my pocket and say, Lord, I'll do what do one less thing to keep up with. We need behind the Greenville unsweet tea. I had to go behind, I've been behind the stadium, I said, y'all know I just keep over. I'm not that territory. Just to, yeah, well, I figured, hey, and I even after I got this, we got stressed. So, test 1, 2, 3, test check. Got us. Got us there. I got a time of, all right, come on, work, 6:40. Give him a couple of more minutes.
All right.
Because we don't need to go on before 6:45. It's too much talking.
Yep.
Even though we do have a, how long is our little old interview, Tim?
Hey, y'all made it to 2 minutes and 19 seconds.
All right. Ooh.
That was one question the other guy used to have.
That's right. That was Coach Fountain's intro.
That's funny.
Hey, Fountain can go now. Old Fountain can talk.
The AISA will not tolerate and or condone demonstrations of poor professionalism or sportsmanship.
I think Flomaton, since Flomaton got beat out of the playoffs, I think that Ernie and Larry White and them, they're going to do Neil's first round playoff game on the Flomaton radio station.
And will levy harsh sanctions on those involved.
Tonight?
No. It's next week.
Oh, next week. Yeah.
Involvement with the players, coaches, officials, and/or other fans before, during, or after any AISA interscholastic event.
Oh, that's why. Well, of course, you said Northview's got a bye, right?
Yeah, Northview's got a bye in the first round. Northview and Atmore play tonight.
Tonight, yeah.
The AISA disallows the use of
That will probably end up being
noisemakers during an
bad.
interscholastic
Yeah.
athletic event, containers with rocks and/or other materials, cowbells, etc. No derogatory statements, signs, posters, or other displays referring to the opponent are allowed at an AISA event. Alcoholic beverages, drugs, etc., or people under the influence are
Yeah.
not allowed at any AISA
Pick up new
event.
shoes while you were out there?
No. Oh.
Okay.
I hiked all over this thing.
Hello, sir.
Hey, Mr. Ricky, how are you?
I'm good. You okay?
I'm doing pretty good. You
Even
mind
got
calling
some
me
blood
just,
on him.
a little early, see if we have any issues with this phone?
Sure, I can do it right now.
Yeah, that'd be great. I want to make sure I can get this thing settled before we go on air.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to call you right back.
Sounds good.
Yes, sir.
That's better, I can see.
I'm not sure that we're Bluetoothed. Bluetooth. Roadcaster Pro.
Starting next week, the Fortdale Athletic Club is giving away 30 guns in the 30 days of November. Tonight is the last night to get your chance to win. Tickets are $30 and can be purchased from the Spirit booth, right next to the concession stand. You can find a list of the guns on the Fortdale Athletic Club's Facebook page. Thank you for your support, and go Eagles.
Well, for some reason, where you at, Bluetooth? No paired devices. Where'd Tim go?
I'm not sure.
Because I'm not paired with the Bluetooth. No, I don't need to pair with a Galaxy Watch.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Home. H to the OV. I used to move snowflakes by the up. I guess even back then you could call me CEO of the ROCO. Fresh out the frying pan into the fire. I be the music biz #1 supplier. Flying in the piece of paper bearing my name. Got the hottest chick in the game wearing my chain. That's right, ho. Not DOC, but similar letters. No one could do it better. I check cheddar like a food inspector. My homie Strick told me, dude, finish your breakfast. So that's what I'ma do. Take him back to the zoo with the Lexus. Fast forward the Jews and the
Are you a new phone?
Wait a minute, this is it, yeah. I got it. Do I need to hit the button again? Okay. All right, that's all I needed. Thank you.
If everyone would please stand tonight for the prayer by Pastor Rob Fawcett, followed by the national anthem by Senior Kaylee Russell. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we give you thanks for this beautiful evening to come together as a community and to play.
WBZR.
Hey, it's me.
All right, I think I got you.
Okay, hey, stand by just a second because they're doing the national anthem.
Sounds good.
He made 5'9" brown eyes and a sundress look, small town accent. Ain't no way to make this man. Good with Jesus. Eyes and a sundress look, drawing small town to me.
Okay, I'm ready when you are.
All right, I'll bring it to you.
Okay, sir. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Escambia Academy High School Football. The Escambia Academy Cougars on the road tonight in Greenville, Alabama, to take on Fort Dale Academy, the Eagles, and the Escambia Academy Cougars with a record of 4-4 on the year take on Fort Dale Academy. Their record is 3-6 so far on the year, the Eagles are. So a chance for Escambia Academy tonight after starting the year, Rick, 0-3. They have a chance now to win enough ball games to have a winning season at the end of this football season.
And of course, have made the playoffs. And I was talking to Tim Doerr earlier, and when they were 0-3, I think most of us would have been happy if we can get there, a 5-4 season and a playoff. And and they're playing a good Fort Dale team tonight. They're 3-6, but some of their 6 losses were within a touchdown. So they're playing a good football team. It's a beautiful night for football, 64 degrees, and I hope EA's is ready to get with it.
Oh, yeah, it'll be a lot of fun, and I'm sure that the Cougars will be ready to go. Of course, what we'll do here, as we do each and every week, we got about 9.5 minutes away from kickoff. So what we want to do is we want to take a short break and hear from some of our sponsors back at the radio station. And when we come back, we'll hear a short interview between myself and Coach Billups of Escambia Academy, as we had a chance to run into him during pregame, and so we'll play that interview when we come back. So we're all set, going to be ready to go here in just a few minutes. It's the Escambia Academy Cougars taking on the Fort Dale Academy Eagles. That game's coming up. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore. You may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Here's some good policy from your local agent at Auto Owners Insurance. When your insurance policy comes from us, it comes with something extra, a real person. Don't buy from an insurance company with an 800 number and a voicemail menu. Auto Owners Insurance operates exclusively through local independent agencies, here to help you 24/7. Now that's good policy.
Larry White Insurance Agency at 430 Palafox Street in Fulmerton, or call 296-2471. Why buy at Johnson Ford? We put our customers' wants and needs first. We respect your time and offer a stress-free approach to selling cars. This is reflected in our winning Ford President's Award 5 years consecutively. From sales to service, we do everything we can to achieve the highest level of customer service. We are proud to be the premier Ford dealership in this area. We invite you to come by and see us at 1828 South Main Street in Atmore to experience the no-hack, best price, worst way of doing business. Stop by and see Jim Johnson and the staff, or give them a call, 251-368-2135.
And welcome back as we get set, getting closer to kickoff now, about 7.5 minutes away from the opening kick here in Greenville, Alabama, as Escambia Academy, the Cougars, take on Fort Dale Academy, the Eagles, here as captains come out before the game. Real quick, we had a chance to run into Coach Billups earlier while he was guiding the Cougars through pregame warm-ups. Let's hear what Coach Billups had to say about tonight's game against the Eagles. Game of the year, Coach, here in Greenville at Fort Dale Academy. Greenville at Fort Dale Academy, the Fort Dale Eagles. Big opportunity for the Cougars, because we've been talking about this some today after starting the season 0-3, and now we've got an opportunity to actually have a winning season with a win here tonight. Have you guys talked about that any this week going into this game?
I haven't talked about going over 500. We really just talked about, keeping momentum going into the playoffs. They got a really good team. Unfortunately, they didn't make the playoffs, so they're going to come out and play. It's their last game of the year. So I told our kids it's not going to be an easy game.
Right. Well, and one thing that was kind of reassuring or good to watch last week is penalty bug bit us a little bit. Now, I'm not sure, because I saw the same game you did. I'm not sure about all the penalties, whether some of those may or may not have been legit. But you guys got a lot of penalties called on you, but you still came out on the winning side, which you were able to overcome adversity. And that's one of the things, like going into the season the way we did, starting 0-3, this team has battled adversity and come back. That's got to make you proud as the head coach to see the kids battle the way yours have battled.
Yes, sir, absolutely. I tell them every day it's not about if adversity is going to come, it's about when. You can either hit it straight on or you can bow out of the way.
What about this bunch on offense? What you going to have to stop?
Going to have to stop their quarterback. Their quarterback runs the ball really well. They run a lot of read plays, and he does a good job reading.
Anything new for us? We're going to put in anything new this week that we need to see before the playoff game starts?
Less penalties.
Less penalties. Well, that's a good thing to do. Well, Coach, good luck to you. Good to see you again on a Friday night, and we'll look forward. Hopefully next week we'll be talking about the 5-4 going into the playoff of Escambia Academy Cougars. What do you think about that? Good to see you, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Go Cougars.
Yes, sir. Between the Escambia Academy Cougars and Fort Dale Academy, and just about 4 minutes or so away. Let's see, the captains are out on the field now, and the Cougars are going to receive to start the ball game. To be honest with you, I was fiddling with some stuff and didn't see whether the Cougars actually won the toss and deferred. More than likely, I'm thinking about the way things typically go in these games, that Fort Dale probably won the toss and deferred, and that's going to give the ball first to Escambia Academy on offense. So the Cougars will be receiving, and they will be defending, and I'm trying to get my bearings here. I believe that the way they will defend is, Rick, you're going to have to help me out. Is that east? Are we going to be going east to west, or Yeah,
left and right.
Yeah, left and right. That's the easiest way to put it. Thanks, Tim. You cleared that right up for us. Anyway, yeah, left and right, and I'll just have to I'll tie a string around my left hand.
I believe the right is the north end zone. I believe the left.
Okay.
I think.
Well, whichever way, we're going. Tim cleared that up. We're going left to right. So anyway, the Cougars will get the football first, and so that'll be a good thing. And, of course, the Eagles will be kicking off and defending the end zone on the right. So here come the Cougars as they come onto the field. The Cougars with a big opportunity tonight, as with a win after starting the year 0-3, the Cougars will have an opportunity to go 5-4 on the year, which is a big turnaround for this team considering where we came from.
And the big thing is give them that momentum they need going into the playoffs. So.
Well, that is a big thing, and that's one thing that, Coach Billups talked about during the pregame comments is one of the things that this thing does is, the Cougars have been able to put some points on the board, to score some big victories, 4 victories on the year after starting the year 0-3, so this would be the 5th victory of the year. And then just the big thing is going into the game against Chambers, and, who knows what can happen during the playoffs, because it's a 1 week season. I mean, each game is a new season all to itself, and I mean you gotta win and keep going,
Well,
so
every year in the AISA or the Alabama High School Athletic Association, there's always 1 or 2 teams that wind up in the championship game that nobody thought they could get there, and we know EA's got a good team. They played a good patrician team a few weeks ago, and we have gotten steadily better, at least what I've been able to see from abroad. But tonight could be a tough game. As you said earlier, Fort Dale has nothing to lose because they're going to leave it on the football field tonight.
That's right. Fort Dale's not going to the playoffs. EA is, so this is kind of their playoff game tonight. This is their championship game, is they would like to beat this team.
Yeah, and their record's a little misleading. It's 3-6, but they play a really tough schedule, and they got this beautiful new stadium here in Greenville, Alabama, in the heart of Butler County, and it's just a gorgeous. It's been about 20 years since I've been here, and it's completely different. Very nice venue to play football in.
Right, and one of the things you gotta think about too is that 3-6 is what Fort Dale is at this time. EA is also, Escambia Academy is a 2A AISA team facing a 3A AISA team in Fort Dale Academy. So anyway, the Cougars are out there, and we're fixing to kick this thing off and get it started as the blue-clad, navy blue jerseys trimmed in white. They've got those, and those are always also really cool look. They've got those Ole Miss stripes on their jerseys, they look like Ole Miss. And that's really a cool look as a uniform. Of course, I'm not an Ole Miss fan. Now, I will say this. I gotta give my dad credit. Dad was from Mississippi originally, and Robert was an Ole Miss fan. I'm just going to say that.
Yep.
Yeah, Dad's favorite ever in the history of Ole Miss football, Dad's favorite player was always Archie Manning. I remember that's why we're Saints fans to this day.
Yeah.
So anyway, the Eagles have got the ball teed up on the 40-yard line. They're going to kick to the Cougars, back deep to receive for the Cougars. Looks like it's going to be number 5. It's an onside kick to start the game, and Fort Dale's going to get it.
Fort Dale got it, if it went far enough.
Yeah, I believe he's fine the way it looked. That was just a trick pulled right out of the back pocket of this Fort Dale coaching staff as the kicker recovered his own kick.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ole Miss, and look what happens.
Yeah.
That's a Lane Kiffin type situation right from the get-go.
So I thought we were starting out on offense. We'll be on defense.
So Fort Dale, the Eagles have the ball, 1st down and 10 in Cougar territory at the 44-yard line. Quarterback from the shotgun. Here comes a man in motion. Handoff is going to be straight up the middle to the back out of the backfield. Pretty good job there defensively by the Cougars. Nick Kane on the stop for the Cougars. Play gains a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
That was their senior running back, Everett Black, for Fort Dale. Nick Kane was on the tackle, of course, and stopped him for really barely a yard.
2nd down and 9. Fort Dale breaks the huddle. Quarterback's going to look like he's going to be under center this play. Penalty flags. So let's see what the penalty is going to be.
Yeah, offside.
It looks like it's going to be offside. Somebody set up offside in the neutral zone. And, you know, the Cougars have been bitten by that bug a couple of times, too. Nobody up front is looking at the football, and they penetrate the neutral zone, and once the ball's blown into play prior to the snap, that's a penalty. Quarterback from the shotgun. Handoff is going to be to the back. Got running room right up the middle, all the way down to the 25-yard line.
That was Everett Black again, their senior running back for Fort Dale.
So Black is going to be, actually, he must have bounced forward. They pulled the ball back to about the 26.
Yeah.
And that's where it's going to be first down and 10 for the Eagles. Fort Dale breaks the huddle. Wide receivers split wide to the left side. Slot receivers to the right. Quarterback's in the shotgun. Here comes a man in motion. Fake is to the back coming around. That's going to be a quarterback keeper.
Yeah, that's our senior quarterback, Ethan Alfred there. No, junior quarterback, just trying on a design keeper, but can't see who made the tackle on this. Let me see. 30.
Well, one of the things that Coach Millip said pregame-wise during the interview that we did is he said that the Cougars were going to have to stop the quarterback run, that they like to run the quarterback.
Yeah.
And that he's probably the best athlete they've got on the field. Eagles break the huddle, slot to the left side. A tight end to the right. Here comes the tight end in motion. They pull it, quarterback pulls it. Now he's going to be chased near side and run out of bounds.
Yes, sir. Brody Phillips ran him out right there.
It's going to be a 3rd down now, 3rd down and about 3 for the Eagles. The ball just inside the 20-yard line. We'll call it the 18. Actually, they moved it back to the 18. Eagles break the huddle, wide out, split wide to the right. Also a wide receiver to the left, actually a slot to the left side. Slot man goes in motion. Handoff is going to be to the fullback. Fullback up the middle, battling for yardage, still on his feet. Inside the 5, no flags down. And he's going to be spotted down at about the 4-yard line, where it's going to be first down and goal for the Eagles.
And of course, that was number 13 again.
Come on, let's go defense.
You know, I was calling the wrong number. That's number 13, Garrett Simmons, senior.
So it'll be first down and goal. They actually moved the ball back to the 4-yard line. First down and goal from the 4 for the Eagles. As they got the ball to start the game, they were to kick off to the Cougars. We thought the Cougars were going to get the ball on offense. But the Cougars were caught napping and an onside kick. The Eagles are able to get the football. And let's see, they're battling for yardage, see if they get in. No signal yet.
Yeah,
looks like it's going to bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, starting about the 2-yard line.
Be 2nd down and goal now from the 2-yard line. With 9:07, 9:06 to go here in the first quarter. No score early in the ball game, but Fort Dale Academy knocking on the door as they have the ball. 2nd down now and goal from the Cougar 2.
In the little pistol formation.
Quarterback from the shotgun, moves his back up even with him. Handoff is going to be to the back. He's going to break into the end zone for a touchdown. So Fort Dale Academy is going to get on the scoreboard first. And with 8:42 to go here in the first quarter, the score is going to be Fort Dale 6, Escambia Academy nothing, with the point after touchdown coming. So it is a penalty against the Eagles, so that will nullify the score. And a spot of the foul penalty is going to move the ball back 10 yards. Moves it back beyond the 10-yard line. Looks like they spotted at about the 11, where it'll be first. And actually, no, it'll remain second down. It'll be second down and goal from the 11 for Fort Dale Academy. Ball spotted at the 11. Actually, the Eagles break the huddle. They have slot receivers to the right, tight end to the left. Here comes a man in motion. Handoff is to the motion man, looking for running.
That's holding right there. Yeah.
And there is a big play there as the Cougars are able to string that play out. I hear a lot of people yelling holding.
Yeah,
but
that was definitely holding there. They holding on the ends ought to be called. Had his arms wrapped all the way around him.
But no penalty flag down.
Yeah, well, regardless, third and long, third and about 9 here.
Yeah, third and goal from the 9 for the Eagles. And I would imagine this is probably 4-down territory. Eagles break the huddles, wide receiver split wide to the right side. Tight end to the left. Here comes a man in motion from the slot position. Now he goes back. They try to throw a slant pattern to the wide receiver to the right side. Number 1 came on the slant, but that pass falls incomplete, and now a new grouping comes in for the Eagles. Looks like a field goal unit comes on.
That was and beside, Devin Kelly had him. He was covered well.
So number 1, the intended receiver earlier on the previous play, he is also going to line up and try a field goal, which will end up being 25 yards, a 25-yard field goal from the near hash mark. There's the snap. Ball's placed down. It's good. It's a big kick.
Yeah, he kicked it hard.
Yeah, but he just
left.
didn't get it through.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a turnover on downs, and the Cougars are going to get the football with 7:33 to go here in the first quarter. The score, Escambia Academy nothing and Fort Dale Academy nothing. We'll keep it right here as the Cougars are going to go out and get the ball for their first time on offense. So a big stop there by the Cougars as Fort Dale went right down the field and looked like they were going to be able to score, Rick, but the Cougars do a good job there defensively. Right. Of course, they got the help of the big holding penalty.
Holding penalty, yeah. Because, I mean, in Fort Dale, they didn't do anything special, really. It was just straight running the ball all the way down the field, and then they scored and got it called back.
So since the field goal was from the 15 and inside the 20, the ball's going to come out to the 20 as if it was a touchback, and the Cougars will get the ball first down and 10 on offense. Jacob Lee, the quarterback, from the shotgun. There's the snap. Handoff is going to be to number 3. That's going to be Christian Crook, and the Eagle defense is all over that one. It was like they were in the huddle and heard that play called. So play actually loses some yardage, loses a lot of yardage. That play loses about 9 yards. Actually, they say a 10-yard loss on first down, so it'll be second down and 20. Escambia Academy with the football. Jacob Lee from the shotgun. Send a man in motion. There's a little spot pass out to the far side. Looking, there's a flag down. That's either going to be a hold or a block in the back far side. And so the Cougar offense struggling a little bit on their first 2 plays of their offensive possession. See what the penalty mark-off is going to be. Officials still talking about it out on the field. So it was looked like an illegal block, maybe a block in the back out there on the screen pass. Fort Dale Academy, they declined the penalty, which is going to make it third down now, third down and 12. Jacob Lee, the quarterback, from the shotgun. He's got a back in the backfield with him. H-back set to the right side. Got a wide receiver set wide to this side as well. Jacob Lee on the carry, keeps the ball himself, got running room, going to run the ball hard. Looks like he's going to have enough for a first down, and he does.
Run, yeah, by Jacob.
So one thing that Jacob Lee does from his quarterbacking position is that when he pulls the ball down and runs, he in essence gives you an extra running back on the field.
One thing he does it with authority too. That was a good hard run.
First down and 10 for the Cougars. Ball out across the 30-yard line. We'll call it the 31. It's first down and 10 for the Cougars. They flank a man wide to the right side. Slot receivers to the left. Here comes one of those slot receivers in motion. Handoff is going to be to him. That's going to be the number 5, Devin Kelly. And Kelly puts his head down, is going to gain about 1 yard after he crosses the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down and 9 for the Cougars. Second down and 5. Ball still in Cougar territory at the 32-yard line. 6 minutes even to go. We're halfway through the first quarter. No score. Escambia Academy with the football, taking a long time in the huddle. Play clock down to 10. Cougars kind of just meandering up to the line of scrimmage. Play clock at 5. Down to 2. There's the snap. High snap. Jacob Lee's able to corral it, but he's in trouble. There's a flag. It's probably going to be in the area where somebody grabbed a hold of somebody and held.
Yep.
Actually, it could be roughing the passer or roughing somebody. They pointed. Nah.
It's on us.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I see what they did now. That was a lineman. There for a second, I thought that was Jacob Lee down on the ground, but it was not. It was one of the linemen, and that's who they called the hold on. It looked like that was Nick Kane that they held for, got for holding. That's a big penalty because that holding call happened behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, so it's going to be second and quite a bit of real estate there.
It's about 25, if my math is correct. So Cougars with the football, second down and 25. Ball all the way back at near the 15-yard line. They got to come all the way out to the 41 for a first down. Jacob Lee rolling, looking to throw.
Oh, he's
got a man open. Got Devin. Oh, he dropped it. Hit him in the hands, and Devin Kelly dropped it. All he had to do was catch the football, and it was off to the races, and I know Devin would have won the race. That's right, boys. That's right.
Hey, Stan, let's do it again. Let's go.
And they line him up man again like that. He blew right past that corner. I just run that play again.
Exactly. Yeah, that was a good play, and I think maybe Devin, that's one of those situations as a wide receiver. He may have been too open. He was so open in the ball. He had too much thinking to do by the time the ball got to him that the ball just hit him in the 5, and he dropped it. Play clock down to 10 as the Cougars break the huddle. Got to hurry up and get it off. It's at 5, 4, 3. They got to snap it.
It's not a flag.
Timeout. No, it's a timeout. Cougars called timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. With 5:20 to go here in the first quarter, no score. We'll be back. You're listening to Escambia Academy Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
South Alabama and Northwest Florida wish all the local teams in the area good luck this football season. Thank you for making Diamond Gasoline your choice for quality fuels and convenience items. Diamond Gasoline is proud to support this broadcast and be a part of the community. And remember, fill your tank and save your green at Diamond Gasoline. Whether selling or buying home lots, land, or commercial properties in both Alabama and Florida, you need to see the fine folks at Southern Real Estate. Debbie Rowell, owner and broker, and agent David Dobson are ready to assist you with any real estate needs. Located at 800 East Nashville Avenue in Atmore and at southernrealestate.org on the web, they are just a phone call away at 251-368-4397. Choosing the right realtor makes all of the difference. See Southern Real Estate.
Welcome back. Cougars with the football. 3rd down and a bunch. About 3rd down and 25 for the Cougars. Slot receiver set wide to the right. Back in the backfield with Jacob Lee, the quarterback. He's got a wide receiver split wide left. Jacob Lee back to throw, looking down the field. Got a man open. It's going to be Kelly again. He got the football and caught it. And he's going to be marked out of bounds in Eagle territory at about the 41-yard line.
Same play.
Great job. It was a good play. Was a good play by the Cougars as they were able to get that ball down the field, and Devin Kelly was able to receive it.
Thanks.
So a good job there by the Cougars as they get the ball down inside Eagle territory for the first time tonight, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Cougars from the 39-yard line. 5 minutes even to go here in the first quarter. Jacob Lee, the quarterback, got slot receivers split wide right and left. Here comes number 3, Christian Crook, in motion. He's going to set up in the backfield with Jacob Lee. Now number 12 goes in motion. Now Lee with the football. Going to be an all-out quarterback run around right in with no flags on the play. That's going to be enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, about a 15-yard run. Outstanding.
Good offensive movement there by the Cougars as they put a couple of people in motion in order to get the defense moving, and then Jacob Lee on nothing but a straight quarterback run around right in picks up enough for a Cougar 1st down. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Cougars. Ball is going to be down at about the
27. No, 23. Yeah, about the 23. Maybe 20.
Jacob Lee from the shotgun. Slot receivers to the right, or I'm sorry, to the left, my other right. Jacob Lee looking to throw. He's getting flushed. Finally, he's just going to have to fall on the football as nobody was open. Good coverage downfield by the defense.
Yeah, good decision by Jacob just to eat that one. Don't want to throw late across the middle, as they say, unless you got somebody that's just completely wide open, and he didn't.
Play gains a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. And they've got to make it down to the 11 for a 1st down.
Only person that seems to be able to get away with throwing late across the middle is Bryce Young.
That is true.
But it's still not a good policy.
3:25 to go here in the first quarter. Cougars with the football, slot to the right side, now man in motion. Handoff is going to be coming back around this way. That's going to be Christian Crook.
Oh, he's got speed now.
He's got some room, and he's got some
He'll
speed.
get around that corner.
Yep. So good job there by Christian. As he reversed his field, he was coming right and then reversed his field, went all the way to the right, wide side of the field around the left end, and was able to pick up enough for a 1st down. He's going to be inside, down to near the 5, maybe inside the 5.
Those Fort Dale guys were like, that man's fast.
He turned on the afterburners after he made that little spin move. Clock stopped as Christian Crook went out of bounds. 3:06 to go here in the first quarter. Cougars are now knocking on the door. They have a 1st and goal inside the 10. There's the snap.
Yeah. Just straight up.
Jacob Lee straight up, and he's bouncing off would-be tacklers. He's going to get the ball inside the 5, down to about the 2-yard line, where it's going to be 2nd down and goal Cougars. 2:50 to go here in the first quarter.
That was a good pickup. Nothing wrong with that.
Cougars with the football. 2:35 to go here in the first quarter. No score. We're in Greenville, Alabama at Fort Dale Academy. Escambia Academy against Fort Dale. Ty McCants in the game now for the Cougars at running back. Handoff is going to be to McCants. McCants bounces it outside, and he's going to get into the end zone. That'll be a touchdown for the Cougars. As long as no penalty flags are down, and I don't see any. So the Cougars light the scoreboard up With 2:10 to go first quarter, the score, Escambia Academy 6, Fort Dale Academy nothing, and the point after touchdown is on the way. So the point after touchdown coming as the Cougars get on the board. There's the snap. Ball's placed down. Left-handed or left-footed kicker.
Good. No, it's
is
wide
going to be
right.
no good. It's wide right. So with 2:10 to go, first quarter, the score, Escambia Academy 6 and Fort Dale nothing. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore. You may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Good evening. Greg Albritton, your state senator. It's great to be back under the lights of Friday night football. It's been a long time since I was a player under these same lights, but I haven't forgotten the hard work, determination, and teamwork it takes to finish the game with a victory. As your senator, I use these same principles in Montgomery as we compete with other areas of the state for the resources we need. It is my job to see that Escambia County comes out a winner.
Atmore Auto Parts, located at 105 North 2nd Avenue in Atmore, is your local Napa dealer, specializing in automotive parts, farm and agricultural parts, ATV and heavy-duty parts, marine and hydraulic hoses. Atmore Auto Parts is open Monday through Friday from 7 to 5 and on Saturdays 7 to 12. No one knows parts better than the folks at Atmore Auto Parts. So for your next project, call Atmore Auto Parts at 251-368-2148.
Welcome back, Escambia Academy. The Cougars with the lead. They're going to be kicking the ball off to Fort Dale Academy, and they do. Ball's going to be fielded at about the 20-yard line by a Fort Dale receiver. The Cougars kickoff team, kickoff return, or actually kickoff coverage team, gets down there and does a good job covering, and they're able to stop the runner after he gets out to about the 25-yard line. So with 2:02 remaining here in the first quarter, that's where Fort Dale is going to have the ball, first down and 10 on offense. So Fort Dale with the football, their second possession of the game after getting the football from the Cougars. They were kicking off to the Cougars to start the game, but a well-executed onside kick allowed Fort Dale to be able to get the play. There comes the quarterback on a keeper. He's bouncing outside. There's a penalty flag. And finally getting run out of bounds. But I believe that one's going to come back because that's going to be a hold in that area of holding against Fort Dale Academy. That'll be a 10-yard penalty. And it looks like where the flag is at about the 35.
Yeah. I tell you what, though, that was good speed by Carson Wilson, number 8 from Escambia Academy, running him down because he had a head start and he still caught him.
So that 10-yard penalty is going to be marked off from the 35, go all the way back to the 25. So actually the penalty yardage, you only lose about 1.5 yards, 2 yards. But it will be first down. We'll repeat first down. It'll be first down now and 12, a short 12, with 1:52 to go here in the first quarter. Cougars with a 6-0 lead. Fort Dale breaks the huddle. They send a wide receiver wide to both sides and 2 backs in the backfield with the quarterback. There's the snap. Handoff is going to be to the back. Oh, good defensive play by the Cougars. Good, strong defensive pursuit there by the linebacker.
And a good hit by number 2 and Nick Kane on that.
Yeah, Ty McCants, number 2 from his linebacker spot. Yeah, that was a big hit.
Looked like one of your and Red's old plays. I'll hold him up while you go.
That's right. You hold him, I'll hit him. Clock running now, 1:20 to go in the first quarter. Cougars with the lead. Play fails to gain on first down. It'll be second down now and 12. Man coming in short motion. Quarterback back to throw, looking for a man open. Got a man. He hits him. Breaks the tackle. Still on his feet, looking for running room, and finally some pursuit. Doesn't look like he got enough for a first down.
He might have. He didn't initially, but I think he did, yeah.
Okay, so they are going to move the chains forward, so it will be first down.
They had him initially, but he hopped around until he got it.
So that'll be first down and 10 for the Eagles. The ball comes out to the Eagle 39-yard line. They got to make the 49 for a first. Clock inside a minute now, down to 42 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Probably the last play of the first quarter.
Wide receiver split wide left out here. He's a long way out here. He's probably.
May not get it off. Nope. Know if you call timeout, but nope. Illegal procedure.
Yeah. It's going to be too much time to delay a game against the Eagles. That'll back them up 5 yards, and that'll make it first down and 15. Ball all the way back inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Here's that wide receiver split wide near side. I believe he's just decoration. I'm not sure the quarterback can throw it that far. He's a long way away. They run the ball right up the middle.
Yeah.
And that's going to end the first quarter of play. So at the end of one quarter, the score, Escambia Academy 6 and Fort Dale Academy nothing. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Every neighborhood is different. Every home unique. But one thing is for sure. Everywhere you go, you'll find people who take pride in their homes. Indoors, outdoors, they're always working on something. At your local ACE, we're proud to play our part in the communities we serve. And we want you to know that whatever projects you're planning, whether they're big or small, we'll be there. Have a question? Come in and ask. Our associates will be glad to help. They'll show you everything you'll need to get started. Give you friendly tips and expert advice in getting great results. Helpful ways to help you save time and money. Painting a room a new color. Getting the lawn just right. From changing porch light to hanging pictures on the wall. If you need help, your local ACE is just minutes away. Stop by today. ACE, the helpful place.
See Bondurant Lumber and Hardware with locations in Bruton, Century, and Atmore.
And welcome back as we get set to start the second quarter of this ball game in Greenville, Alabama, between the Escambia Academy Cougars and Fort Dale Academy, the Eagles. Rick just got a score update. Tim showed me the score. Would you believe that in Atmore, the score in the first quarter, Escambia County 14, Northview 13. That game in the first quarter. Now, we will say this. I will say this for the Blue Devils. We got a chance to see them play early in the year. They have some speed.
They're much improved. This is, even though their record is hurting a little bit, Coach Vincent Harris has come in and he's got things, I believe, turning around heading in the right direction. I mean, they have the best team they've had in some time, even though they haven't posted very good records for years. But and you also have to remember they're playing.
Quarterback on the carry on second down.
But they're playing a much smaller school. I mean, Northview, Atmore's 4A in Alabama system. And of course, that hadn't slowed Northview down any this year either. So
yeah, Northview's taken on all comers and beat them all, including the largest school in Escambia County, Florida, which is the Tate Aggies.
Yeah.
Northview, the smallest school, Tate, the largest school, Northview beat them. But anyway, that game will be interesting as it goes on. That's just one of many good games going on in our area, and we'll try to give you some updated scores and things during halftime. Third down and two now.
3, yeah.
Yeah. We'll call it 3. You're probably right. It's closer to 3 than it is 2.
I think they stopped him.
Yeah, they stopped
he even
him.
lost a yard.
He did lose. Big defensive play there by the Cougars. Luke Bell, number 9, on the tackle. It's going to bring up a fourth down and about 4, a long 4 for Fort Dale, and they're at their own 45, and they're going to leave the offense on the field.
Yeah. Well, like we said earlier, this is their last game. They don't have anything to lose.
Well, and they may be looking to draw the Cougars offside right here and then take a timeout, because a 5-yard penalty would be enough for a first. No, they're going to pooch punt it. Yeah, they're going to, and that's kind of ugly as the Cougars get away from it. So a good job there by the Cougars. And they're going to take over the ball first down and 10 as that little pooch punt didn't go very far for anything and ended up going out of bounds, and the Cougars will have the ball first down and 10. And let's see where they spot it. Looks like they're going to spot it at the Cougars' 42-yard line.
Yeah, wind up being about a 13-yard punt.
Yeah, that was one of those things where, I mean, you say this from time to time. Every now and then a coach will beat himself on coaching decisions. Yeah. And that was one that if they had a chance to think it over again, Fort Dale's coaches would probably not do that. Cougars with the football, first down and 10. Jacob Lee fakes it to Christian Crook. Got a man open in the middle. Got a man right down the middle of the field, and that's going to be a catch.
Ty McCants.
Number 2, Ty McCants on the reception.
I tell you what, Cougar speed, man, they're just blowing past these defensive backs and linebackers for Fort Dale.
So it's going to be a first down and 10 for the Cougars. Ball's going to be moved all the way down inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line.
McCants so fast, I had a hard time keeping up with him.
That's pretty fast when your eyeballs won't follow.
My eyeballs didn't adjust.
First down and 10 Cougars. Slot receivers to the right, 1 wide receiver to the left. 2 backs in the backfield with Jacob Lee. Jacob Lee's going to take the snap and just go right. He's got running room, spins out of a tackle, still on his feet, battling for yardage.
Yep. He's close to the first if he didn't get it. No, it'll be a little bit short.
Second down and 1 now as Jacob Lee picks up 9 yards on first down. Clock running 9.5 minutes to go until halftime. Cougars with a 6-0 lead. Jacob Lee breaks them out of the huddle. Wide receiver split wide to the left. Slot receivers to the right. 2 backs in the backfield with Jacob Lee. Handoff is going to be to Christian Crook, number 3. Crook with running room. Still on his feet into the end zone.
All right.
Don't see a flag.
No flags.
And so Christian Crook.
More demonstration of speed right there.
Christian Crook on a 19-yard touchdown run for the Cougars. Gets the ball into the end zone, and the point after touchdown coming. And with the missed point after to earlier, well, they're going to kick it.
Yeah.
I thought they may go for 2 right here, but they're just going to send the kicker out, which is actually probably a pretty good move because here, you're coming up.
Get your practice in now.
Well, you got to, and you got to build some confidence in your kicker. Ask Nick Saban.
Don't even jinx us on that.
There's the snap. Kick is going to be up. It's going to be no good.
All right.
So with 9:03 to go in the first half, the score, Cougars 12, Fort Dale Academy nothing. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Invite you in. From appetizers and sides to their famous bone-in or boneless chicken wings, or one of their fan favorites, delicious burgers, sandwiches, or hot dogs. And don't forget to leave room for dessert. The Heat Sports Grill has Wing Wednesdays, $1 bone-in from 5 to 8, and college football Saturdays, it's $1 bone-in all day. They open 11 a.m. Monday through Saturday. You can call ahead, 251-308-4238, or order online. The Heat Sports Grill and 30 Below Ice Cream, 110 North Main, Atmore.
No visit to Atmore is complete until you've experienced Gather. The Gather restaurant, located at 111 West Nashville Avenue in Atmore, has become the premier location for an incredible dining experience. From delectable appetizers and perfectly seasoned steaks to scrumptious dessert choices, your mouth is sure to water just thinking about your next trip to Gather. Great food, incredible service, and an authentic Southern charm will have you coming back again and again. Gather is open Tuesday through Saturday from 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. The Gather restaurant is a proud sponsor of Escambia Academy Cougar Athletics.
Yeah, had number 21, Timmy Dorr, in on that tackle on the kickoff.
Eagles are going to take over the football first down and 10 after the ensuing kickoff. Cougars with a 12-0 lead with 8:58 to go here in the first half. And other than that element of surprise to start this ball game, very little offensively. There's an end around to a motion man. Number 2 on the carry for the Eagles.
Yeah, that's Sterling Arnold, senior running back they have, number 2.
That play gains about 8 yards.
Yeah, nice run.
So Arnold picks up 8 yards on first down. It'll be second down now and 2.
You know, it looks like every time Fort Dale tries to pass, they either get in trouble with at the best and incomplete, but then they wind up with holding penalties or they stop their momentum. But they do pretty well when they just stick to running the ball.
Arnold breaks his team out on offense. They've got a wide receiver split wide to this side. It's actually a wide slot. They run a man.
They got him.
Yep. So a good job there by the Cougar defense.
There you go.
So that play loses about 6 yards. All the way back to near the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be third down and a long 9 for Fort Dale Academy. Good job there on defense by the Cougars.
Yep.
Another passing down here. Clock running with 7:28 to go here in the first half. Man in motion, quarterback back to throw, looking down the field, got a man open, almost intercepted. As it hit off the receiver's hands.
That was good coverage by Cameron Ball for the Cougars over there.
So that's going to bring up a fourth down, and it'll be fourth down and 9. They've got 11 on the scoreboard, but it's actually 9 yards. And I don't know, I mean, the last time we were in this same location right here, they did the little pooch kick, and they may be lined up to do that again. I don't know.
I don't know.
It just doesn't seem like, they're going to punt it. But this didn't turn out too well last time. Now, that's a little better. Yeah. He got it out of there. And what that does is that keeps the Cougars from sending anybody back deep to return the punt, which I guess makes a little sense. But the last time, the punt itself was so ugly and came off the right.
Well, you don't see the quick kick too much anymore because defensive edge rushers and stuff are so fast. He's not deep enough, and he's a lot easier to get to. So you don't really see it too much in college anymore either. Of course, he does the little Australian rules side kick with it.
Well, that punt worked out good because it did come off his foot end over end, and once it hit the ground, it just took off rolling and rolled down all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10 Cougars. The ball spotted on about the 13-yard line. Jacob Lee, the quarterback, from the shotgun, looking over the defense of Fort Dale. Here comes a man in motion. There's the snap. Jacob Lee back to throw, looking. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket, and he flips it. And that's going to be, that's going to be an incomplete pass. As he just tried to flip it out, kind of Brett Favre-like, out to number 3, Christian Crook, but the ball hit the ground first and falls incomplete.
Yeah.
It was not good execution of the right idea. I think that was the kind of the right thing to do, but it just wasn't able to be executed right.
It was close. I mean, if he just barely didn't get it high enough for him to catch it. Because if he had caught it, he didn't have nothing but a lot of green in front of him, really. So.
Well, I'm sure coaches, when they see stuff like that happen, coaches, when they see that happen, there's a man open. It's going to be a reception. Is that Ty McCants again?
Yep, Ty McCants again, first down.
Ty McCants is finding an open area right there in the middle of the defense as he just comes straight off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're leaving it open. They're leaving their middle open. It's like their cover guys over here they're not really doing anything, and they're leaving single coverage on the wideouts. And, of course, I'm sure that's why Coach Phillips is starting to throw the ball a little more. They say take what they give you, and that's what they're giving them.
First down and 10, Cougars. Ball on about the 25-yard line. Christian Crook on the carry. Actually, the ball was spotted at the Cougar 26-yard line.
Yeah. 2-yard gain.
Clock still rolling now with 6 minutes to go. Halfway through the second quarter, 6 minutes away from halftime. Cougars with a 12-0 lead.
Got single coverage again out here on number 5. That's hurt.
Yeah, that's Devin Kelly, too, and Devin's got speed, but he's just out there as a decoy. Yeah, there's Christian Crook on the carry around right in. That's going to be enough for a first down.
Yeah, they keep leaving Devin Kelly open with single coverage out here. Number 10's already been burned twice. They'll get him again. Well, if he's got time to throw. Now, they've got a pretty good pass rush. But,
you know, and what I would suggest right here is with Devin out there like that, I'd start running him on a little like a spot route.
Yeah.
And then what you do is you spot him and go. Yeah. And if they bite on that spot, then he's wide open.
Yeah, he's just blowing past that number 10 so far.
Devin Kelly's going to be set out here again, wide to the left. Of course, they give him a little room here. He's not right up in his face.
There you go.
Jacob Lee, look at there. Oh, he just missed him as the ball bounced off the hands of the intended receiver. Yeah, Cameron Ball. The ball hit him in the hands, but just bounced off.
It was a little bit behind him, but I mean, it's catchable for sure.
Well, it was a little bit behind him, and not only that, in Jacob fashion, he turned it loose.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have been a hard, that was one of those you either catch it or wear it.
Yeah.
Second down and 10 now for the Cougars. Ball across the 40-yard line at the Cougar 41. Clock stopped on the incompletion with 5:15 to go here till halftime. Jacob Lee. Handoff is going to be to Christian Crook. Crook at right tackle.
Good game.
Gain is going to be about 4 yards on second down. It'll be third down and 6. Clock moving with 4:57 to go here in the first half. Cougars with a 12-0 lead over Fort Dale Academy. Third down and 6. Jacob Lee breaks the Cougars out of the huddle, looking over the defense. Got a slot receivers to the right, one wide receiver to the left. Man in motion. Handoff is going to be to the motion man. And he's going to be short of the first down. That's going to be Cameron Ball, number 12, on the carry.
About a yard and a half short.
Yeah, Cameron got hit hard, too. It's going to be a fourth down for the Cougars.
Yeah, it's slow getting up.
Yeah, Cameron's hurt. He's going to make his way to the sideline. Looks like he's okay. He's running off, but a little bit slow getting up.
Yeah. Shelton Riley is in the game now for him. And number 1, Jacob Lee back to the huddle.
Yeah, Jacob Lee comes to the sideline to get the play. 7, 6, 5 seconds to go on the play clock. Cougars got to hurry to get it off. 2, 1.
Well,
yeah, they didn't get set.
Yeah.
Yeah, he never got set.
Yeah.
They were rushing to try to get the play off, and in that process, you got to be set for a second, and the Cougars just weren't set. So
it was not delay a game. It was a procedure. Yeah.
So that play is going to back the ball up 5 yards, and the punting unit now for the Cougars is going to go on the field as they are facing fourth down now and 7.
Jacob Lee back to punt. Number 1, Alan Alvarez back for Fort Dale Eagles.
Clock running with 3:38 to go. Cougars are going to have to hurry to get the punt off. 5, 4, 3 on the game clock, or on the play clock.
Get a hold of that one. Yeah, he did too. Excellent punt. Wow.
That ball's going to roll inside the 5 and be downed at about the 4-yard line.
Yeah, 55-yard punt.
So a big-time punt there from Jacob Lee, as he was able to not only get the ball boomed down the field, but also got the roll.
He had that little skip before he hit it with his foot, and I don't know if you've ever noticed when a punter does that little skip, for some reason they really, if they catch it right, they either shank it or it goes a long way, and in this case that one went a long way.
Well, that was probably one of the better punts that Jacob Lee's had all season long.
It had everything.
3:21 to go here in the first half. Eagles of Fort Dale Academy with the football. They're backed up deep in their own territory. Ball inside the 5-yard line. 1st and 10. Quarterback rolling to his left. Right-handed quarterback going to dump it off. Ball's going to fall incomplete, as the intended receiver, unable to secure the catch far side. So with the incomplete pass, it'll be 3 minutes, 14 seconds. The clock stopped. And the Cougars could get the football back with enough time to score if they could get a defensive stop here against the Eagles, especially with the Eagles passing the football. 12-0 the score. Escambia Academy in the lead. Fort Dale Academy with the football. 2nd down and 10.
Of course, I wouldn't want to tell their coach what to do, but at this point, 12-0 is certainly not insurmountable. Fort Dale coach, I would just not do anything too foolish right there. He's already had problems passing the ball to start with, either sacks or near interceptions. And
Fort Dale takes the timeout. We'll take a timeout with them with 3:14 to go here in the first half. The score, Escambia Academy 12, Fort Dale nothing. We'll be back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Juniper Creek Lumber, family-owned and operated sawmill operation with locations in Uri, Alabama, and Bluntstown, Florida. Juniper Creek Lumber specializes in turning storm recovery logs into custom-cut lumber for use in a variety of building projects. We have longleaf pine, juniper, white cedar, cypress, and hardwood. And who wouldn't love authentic heart pine beams or new heartwood flooring custom-cut to your need and specification? Check us out on Facebook or call Greg Fralick at 251-254-0414 or Cooper Dean at 251-362-8100. That's Greg Fralick at 251-254-0414 or Cooper Dean at 251-362-8100 for Juniper Creek Lumber, Southern Best.
Welcome back, as Fort Dale has the football. Quarterback on a quarterback keeper coming around right in on 2nd down and 10. And he's going to be run out of bounds after a gain of about 2 yards. It'll bring up a 3rd down now, 3rd down and 8. So the Cougars could get a hold here. If they could hold the Eagles here and get the ball back, Cougars would be in good shape to try to get some more points on the board before going in at halftime. They need a defensive stop right here. 3rd down and 8. 3:07 to go. The clock stopped in the first half. Quarterback back to throw, and there's going to be, and they're going to call pass interference.
Yeah, that's a gift right there. I mean,
that was just good defense.
Yeah. He had a hand on his jersey, but he certainly didn't interfere with his ability to catch the ball.
Yeah, that pass interference against the Cougars, that's going to be enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, it's 15 yards.
And really wasn't much there.
Nah, I don't know about that one. Like I said, he didn't really interfere with his ability to catch the ball. He just had his hand on him. That was about it. But he hit the ball with his hand, deflected it before the receiver caught it. But he touched him, so technically I guess it's penalty.
1st down and 10 for Fort Dale. Quarterback from the shotgun, rolling to his left. That's a hard way.
Golly.
And
Just
finally
about
a
pulled Nick
defensive play.
Kane's clothes off of him. My goodness.
So let's see, no penalty flag on the play, but the play does fail to gain. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. Actually, they're going to say he lost a yard, so it'll be 2nd down and 11. Cougars still with an opportunity here if they could get a stop. Not sure why the clock is stopped. 2:53.
He went out of bounds.
Oh, okay. Did he go out of bounds far side? Anyway, quarterback in the
Up in
pocket,
there.
throws it up. It's going to be intercepted.
Number 5.
Devin
Kelly.
Yeah, Devin Kelly's going to take it back for a Cougar touchdown.
No flags.
No flags on the play. No pass interference on that one. As the ball was short, it was thrown short. It was batted up into the air by Devin Kelly, and Kelly was able to pull it down after it bounced it up into the air, and he took it back for a Cougar touchdown.
Just what we were saying a while ago, Fort Dale's coach didn't try to do anything to overcoach himself right here. He hadn't had good luck trying to throw the ball, and that's what can happen.
Yeah,
for
that ball,
any of you future coaches.
well, that ball was just thrown short, and it was thrown high with a lot of hang time under it. I mean, that was one of those passes that you didn't know whether really to catch it or call for a fair catch.
That was a large wounded duck right there. Yeah.
So with 2:42 to go, point after touchdown coming, Cougars with an 18-0 lead. Ball's going to be spotted down, line drive, and it is going to be good. So the score with 2:42 remaining here in the first half, Cougars 19 and Fort Dale Academy nothing. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore. You may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Here's some good policy from your local agent and Auto Owners Insurance. When your insurance policy comes from us, it comes with something extra, a real person. Don't buy from an insurance company with an 800 number and a voicemail menu. Auto Owners Insurance operates exclusively through local independent agencies here to help you 24/7. Now that's good policy.
This is Larry White Insurance Agency at 430 Palafox Street in Fulmerton, or call 296-2471. Why buy at Johnson Ford? We put our customers' wants and needs first. We respect your time and offer a stress-free approach to selling cars. This is reflected in our winning Ford President's Award 5 years consecutively. From sales to service, we do everything we can to achieve the highest level of customer service. We are proud to be the premier Ford dealership in this area. We invite you to come by and see us at 1828 South Main Street in Atmore to experience the no-hack, best price, worst way of doing business. Stop by and see Jim Johnson and the staff or give them a call, 251-368-2135.
2:33 to go here in the first half. 19-0 the score. Escambia Academy up over Fort Dale Academy. Fort Dale, after the kick, a little short pooch kick by the Cougars, they have the ball first down and 10 in Cougar territory. The ball spotted at the Cougar 47-yard line.
Yeah, that was a nice return. Unfortunately, they kicked it to Garrett Simmons, their senior running back.
Got running room around the left end, number 2, and it looks like he's still on his feet, still battling for yardage. It's going to be enough for a first down as the defense fails to contain around left end for the Cougars. T.R. Miller leads W.S. Neal 14-0 in their game, the Battle of Murder Creek, over in, I believe they're playing this year in East Bruton over at Neal High School. Clock running, 2:15 to go here in the first half. There's the snap. Quarterback's going to keep it. He pulls it out of the belly of his running back. Little run pass option, and the quarterback keeps it. Play is going to gain, about 3 yards, or 2 yards actually.
Yeah, nice tackle by Nick Kane on that one. Nick Kane's really starting to come on here as the season's going along. Nice job. Nice tackle.
Second down and 8 for Fort Dale. Clock still running with a minute 40 to go here until halftime. Man coming in motion, quarterback from the shotgun. There's the snap, looking to throw. He's going to throw. His man's going to get hit. Good job there defensively by the Cougars.
Tackling, yep. Number 1, Jacob Lee got there first, but then it was gang tackling, stopping for a short gain. Now it's third and about 5.
Looks like the Eagles of Fort Dale Academy are going to take a timeout. We'll stay here. Only a minute and 16 to go. So a lot of good high school football games going on here in our area this week. And we'll try to keep you updated on some of those scores as we get them. Another score for you from our area. Baldwin County with a record of 0-10. They're down 7. 21-7. I got you. Okay, so that was a battle of the donuts right there. 0-10, 0-10, and somebody's going to pick up a win. So we're in Greenville, Alabama, getting jiggy with it right now, and I recognize that song. That's an old Will Smith song.
Yeah. That's so old that me and you could have got jiggy with that a long time.
I don't know about that. I'll break a hip now if I try to jig anything. My hip will come out of socket. There's a man going to be open down the field, and whoa.
The ball wasn't catchable, but
well, and here's the thing:
the
is
ball
how
was out of the end zone.
From where that official was, how can you throw that pass interference penalty? I mean, he's in a different zip code than the wide receiver and the defensive back.
The ball hit the bottom of the fence.
Well, yeah, and not only that, I mean, he's not even down there.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a man in the middle of the field. You got the deep back judge right there. That's his call. But the wing guy to this side, who's got short receivers and everything in his area, decides just to arbitrarily pull his flag out and throw a flag. And that's a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, that's pretty bad right there.
In other games around the area, Chambers Academy is trailing Glenwood tonight by a score of 21-0.
Whoa.
Man in motion. Quarterback's going to hand off. That's going to be number 2 on the carry for Fort Dale. He's got some running room up the middle, and he's going to get into the end zone and score with a minute and 1 second left to go. Yeah. And that penalty against the Cougars, that pass interference call, set up that touchdown. So
I mean, I'll say this: our guy was, but I mean, the ball wasn't catchable. I mean, it was so far beyond the back of the end zone.
Well, and
he threw the flag when they were inside the
right, and that's just it though. From where he was, he couldn't see that the ball was uncatchable because he's looking at it from behind the play.
Right.
I mean,
which is why you have a referee back there so he gets a better look.
Exactly right. I'll tell you one thing, this kicker right here for Fort Dale can boom it.
Yeah, they may have to go look in orbit for that one.
19-7 the score now with 1:01 remaining in the first half.
I think I just practice kicking field goals.
And I mean, I don't get on officials very much, and I'm not even really getting on this guy.
You are an official, an ex-official, so I mean, I know you don't.
I mean, the thing with me is that if you're going to make that call, you got to be in position to make the call, and he wasn't in position. That's why that back judge is back there, because he's got the deep receivers.
And the back judge did not throw his
No,
flag.
he did not. So now the Cougars are going to get the football back with 1:01 remaining here in the first half. 19-7 the score. Cougars with the lead. Now, this could be a time that, you know, this would be my time to watch out for the onside kick. Because they're not going to want to put the hands, let Devin Kelly or Christian Crook get their hands on the football. And not only that, they realize that they're playing from behind right now, and they've already perfectly executed one onside kick in the game.
Yeah, I think hopefully the Cougars are well aware of it. Yeah, he just kicked it away, out of bounds.
Yeah, that's going to work out in the Cougars' favor because that ball's going to come out to about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Escambia Academy's got plenty of time now. I'm not sure on the timeout situation.
Northview is now taking more control over the game at Atmore against Escambia Academy. The score in the first half, Northview 29, Escambia County 14. EA, of course, here is up 19-7 over Fort Dale. In other games in the area, T.R. Miller 14, Neal nothing that game in the second quarter. Flomaton 44, Marengo County nothing in the second quarter of that ball game. And Bayside Academy 10, Alabama Christian Academy 7. Some games of interest down in our neck of the woods. Christian Crook, left-handed quarterback looking to throw, steps out of a tackle, still in trouble. Going to be some holding that's going to be called against the Cougars. As with that many flags flying at the same time, it had to be holding against the Cougars. And not only that, with Jacob Lee trying to move around in the pocket as much as he was, you know, you can't block but so long as an offensive lineman, so sooner or later you're going to get tired of chasing those guys and just reach out and grab them. And really the Cougars right here, they're just looking, you know, I would feel like that they just don't want to do anything.
Yeah, he shouldn't throw the ball unless it's a sure thing. I mean, so he did the right thing there.
Well, yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I know the Cougars want to throw the ball right here because it is a passing situation. Inside a minute to go, they're trying to get the ball down the field, but they don't want to throw an ill-advised pass. And with that holding call taking place in the backfield, that turns into a big penalty. That's a 20-yard penalty because the holding call took place. Spot of the foul. The holding call was 10 yards in the backfield.
Yeah.
53.1 seconds to go in the first half, 19-7 the score. Cougars with the football and the lead. Jacob Lee from the shotgun. Christian Crook in the backfield with him. Crook in motion. Jacob Lee having to run out of the pocket, had Christian Crook open.
It kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier. EA's guys are able to get past, but I mean, Fort Dale has a good pass rush. He doesn't usually have more than about 3 seconds, and he's got to get rid of it.
Well, and here's the thing, too. As a left-handed quarterback, I've said this several times during the year, as a left-handed quarterback, the hardest throw for Jacob Lee to complete is rolling to his right and having to turn his shoulders and throw back across.
Yeah.
Roll him to his left.
Yeah.
I mean, it just makes for a better throw. Handoff is going to be to the motion back. Still on his feet. Comes out all the way across the 25-yard line.
No, we don't do anything else that gets us from being back way up in our own territory there. So he picked up a nice chunk of those penalty yards.
Yeah, Cougars are going to take a timeout with 30.4 seconds to go. Third down is what the Cougars will have. Third down in about 15. And I'm kind of like you, Rick. I think that what the Cougars will be looking for here is maybe to isolate somebody, either Devin Kelly or Christian Crook or even Ty McCants. Somebody with some speed, isolate them with one-on-one coverage.
Yeah, well, they're getting one-on-one coverage. I would just do max protection along the line because if he's got time, our speed guys are blowing right past their corners. I'd just make sure he's got time to throw it, and I think I haven't seen that guy cover Devin Kelly yet. But he's not being able to get far enough downfield before pressure is being put on our quarterback.
You know, and one thing you can do also is you can line up trip receivers to one side.
Yeah, well,
and,
there you go.
And here's what you do is you take your inside guy who's a slot, and then your two outside guys, you cross the two outside guys because those two defensive backs are going to get confused, and then you run the inside nearest to the quarterback receiver, just run him on a wheel route on a go.
Yeah.
Because more than likely what's going to happen is those two defensive backs are going to pick each other off.
See, he's got it out here. Of course, he's got number 6, not number 10, but I just played him out wide as they go.
Yeah, they're giving Devin Kelly a lot of, they're giving him a lot of room.
Yeah. Not sure what happened there. This snap, fumble snap. Going to be 4th down.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. They're telling them to run the clock, which I don't see how they can tell them to run the clock when you got the white hat and the other official having a conversation over there.
That's it for the half, though.
Well, okay.
I agree with you 100%. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, they're still standing there talking. Seemed like that if the officials were going to have a meeting, they'd at least whistle the clock dead.
I couldn't see it, and of course we don't have instant replay, but it did. Did he just take a knee?
He very well could have.
If he did that, then it's.
Anyway, that's going to end the first half of play. The score at the half: Escambia Academy 19 and Fort Dale Academy nothing. We'll take a break.
7.
Go ahead and take us about 7. Go ahead and take about a 2 or 3 minute break. There, Hayden, and we'll come back after that. We'll be back and talk about things at halftime, give you some score updates from around the area and other stuff as we continue. The score at the half, EA 19, Fort Dale 7. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Gasoline stations with locations all over South Alabama and Northwest Florida wish all the local teams in the area good luck this football season. Thank you for making Diamond Gasoline your choice for quality fuels and convenience items. Diamond Gasoline is proud to support this broadcast and be a part of the community. And remember, fill your tank and save your green at Diamond Gasoline. Whether selling or buying home, lots, land, or commercial properties in both Alabama and Florida, you need to see the fine folks at Southern Real Estate. Debbie Rowell, owner and broker, and agent David Dobson are ready to assist you with any real estate needs. Located at 800 East Nashville Avenue in Atmore and at southernrealestate.org on the web, they are just a phone call away at 251-368-4397. Choosing the right realtor makes all of the difference. See Southern Real Estate.
Good evening. This is Greg Albritton, your state senator. It's great to be back under the lights of Friday night football. It's been a long time since I was a player under these same lights, but I haven't forgotten the hard work, determination, and teamwork it takes to finish the game with a victory. As your senator, I use these same principles in Montgomery as we compete with other areas of the state for the resources we need. It is my job to see that Escambia County comes out a winner.
Atmore Auto Parts, located at 105 North 2nd Avenue in Atmore, is your local Napa dealer, specializing in automotive parts, farm and agricultural parts, ATV and heavy-duty parts, marine and hydraulic hoses. Atmore Auto Parts is open Monday through Friday from 7 to 5 and on Saturdays 7 to 12. No one knows parts better than the folks at Atmore Auto Parts. So for your next project, call Atmore Auto Parts at 251-368-2148.
Every neighborhood is different. Every home unique. But one thing is for sure. Everywhere you go, you'll find people who take pride in their homes. Indoors, outdoors, they're always working on something. At your local ACE, we're proud to play our part in the communities we serve. And we want you to know that whatever projects you're planning, whether they're big or small, we'll be there. Have a question? Come in and ask. Our associates will be glad to help. They'll show you everything you'll need to get started. Give you friendly tips and expert advice in getting great results. Helpful ways to help you save time and money. Painting a room a new color. Getting the lawn just right. From changing porch light to hanging pictures on the wall. If you need help, your local ACE is just minutes away. Stop by today. ACE, the helpful place.
See Bondurant Lumber and Hardware with locations in Bruton, Century, and Atmore.
Welcome back as we continue in Greenville, Alabama, Fort Dale Academy between the Escambia Academy Cougars and the Fort Dale Eagles. Cougars with the lead here at halftime, 19-7. Over Fort Dale Academy as we continue to bring you Escambia Academy Cougar football. A lot of good football going on around our area. We'll try to keep you updated score-wise with everything that's going on, and glad to have you folks listening or either watching the video broadcast of these games. It's nice to be set up where we are here in Greenville at Fort Dale, because we're not having nearly the problems technically that we had last week. A lot of it due to internet problems. I mean, where we were at Toxie last week, internet coverage was sparse and just really was not that good. But now that we've got good internet signal and stuff like that, we're able to bring you the broadcast. And of course, if you're listening on the radio side of things there in Atmore, you can tune in to Facebook or YouTube and watch the video broadcast. Or if you don't have time to do that now because maybe you're traveling in your car, it's available on you to watch. Yeah, you can watch after you get to the house. Matter of fact, that's one thing that I do a lot of times when I get through doing these is I'll go to the house, and on nights when TV coverage is slow, I may pull up the game and just watch and see what I missed during the week, because believe you me, I know I miss things here during the broadcast a lot of times that I don't see and don't point out, and it's a part of the learning process of doing these games the way we do them. And not only that, it gives me an opportunity to tune in and critique myself to see where I kind of jack things up, which believe you me, I'm sure I do a bunch.
Well, that's
I know.
Nice thing
I actually know I do a bunch. So
I hadn't noticed.
Well, no, you've noticed. You're nice enough not to point them out. That's why I have to watch it myself. But anyway, here at halftime, got a lot of stuff going on, and of course this is the last regular season game of the year for both of these football teams. Now, for Fort Dale, their season ends tonight, period. They'll move on and get to thinking about basketball. Now, for the Escambia Academy Cougars, their season continues next week. Next Friday night, we'll come with the broadcast from Lafayette. Yes, I was going to say Lafayette. I was. But anyway, Lafayette, Alabama. And, of course, that is where Chambers Academy hails from. And, we played Chambers last year in the second round game of the playoffs. That was the game that we beat Chambers, and that was the game that put us into the state championship game last year. This will be a first round game this time against Chambers, and having to travel up there and
we did that
face
game a few years ago up there in Lafayette. You and I drove up.
Yeah, was it last year?
No,
that's right.
Before that.
That's right. It was year before last, because last year we hosted all the way through.
Right, that's right.
And so it was 2 years ago. But anyway, it's still not an easy way to get there. They haven't moved it and made it any closer. And even though in talking to Chef Chris McElhaney of the Gather earlier, he did tell me, he said, if you'll cut through Auburn, which as an Alabama fan, I try to avoid Auburn. But he said that if you cut through Auburn, that it is better roads through that way. Now, I remember, I think it was you and I for this game, we talked about it. Remember, we were coming back from the game at Lafayette. We stopped at Auburn to get a hamburger. Lafayette. Okay, so we stopped in Auburn to get a hamburger.
Yep.
And we were like in the drive-through line for like an hour and a half.
That's right.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I think it was your Alabama tag.
No, I don't. I think the place was just wrapped up is what the deal was, because you're talking about Auburn, Alabama on a Friday night. It was a college town, and we were in.
Well, and people forget Auburn High School. They've got a very good 7A football team, too. And so, and we had a lot of stuff going on that night, and it was tough for us to get out of there. And I remember it was a long drive. And I know you were we don't purposely avoid Auburn.
No. I got good friends that went to Auburn,
right.
and graduated from there and everything. So no,
we had a good time there at the state championship games.
We did. And I've been up there a bunch for the Alabama High School Athletic Association, the Super 7 and stuff. You know, they rotate those between Auburn and Tuscaloosa. And I've been up there a bunch, you know, and spent the night up there. Like I say, I got good friends that live and root for Auburn. And
we'd be remiss we didn't mention the Johnson family, our good friends.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mr. Murray and all those folks. I tell you, they're big Auburn fans, and they've always been supportive.
And all Auburn graduates, too. Yeah.
That's right, yeah, no doubt. Carl and all those folks, just good people. And they're down there from our neck of the woods in Atmore. And follow the Auburn Tigers. Okay, so about halfway through halftime now, and the halftime activities continue here. And here are some stats from tonight's game. Of course, this is for, and I'm trying to kind of, okay, I just need to see who's got what. Okay, so the score at halftime, of course, is Escambia Academy 19 and Fort Dale Academy 7. Some of your stats: total plays for the game, Escambia Academy has run 27 plays on offense. Fort Dale has run 30. Total yards in the game, Escambia Academy has 203. Fort Dale Academy has 110. Passing yards, EA 95 yards in the air. Fort Dale Academy 17. On the ground, Escambia Academy has 108 yards, 95 yards on the ground for Fort Dale. Your first downs, Escambia Academy has 8 first downs in the ball game. Fort Dale has 7. Your third down efficiency in the game, 2 of 4 for EA, that's 50%. 1 of 4 for Fort Dale Academy, that's 25% third down efficiency. Neither team has gone for it on fourth down, so nothing there. 1 turnover has been registered in the game. It was a pass interception by Escambia Academy that actually turned into a touchdown by Devin Kelly. No fumbles lost by either team. Like I said, Fort Dale did throw 1 interception. Penalties in the game, pretty well even. 4 penalties against the Escambia Academy Cougars for 46 yards. 6 penalties in the game against Fort Dale for 48 yards. So there you go. That's just some of your stats from the first half of this ball game. And of course, what'll be cool is at the end of this game, we'll be able to get some of these stats and get them out there to you. And as a matter of fact, I'm not even sure. Okay, I am looking now that these stats are actually posted on Huddle. So that's where they came from. And what I'm going to do, well, no, I'm not going to do it now because I've already gone over the stats. But what I will do is at the end of the ball game is I will get Tim, who basically handed me these, to send me these stats again, and we'll be able to do them in our post-game comments or at least in our call that we make to WPFL in Flomaton, because we'll do the drive home, the scoreboard show after the football game. So there you go. So we're about 3 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in halftime. The Cougars will be coming back out, and so will the Eagles. So we'll take about a 2 or 3 minute break here and come back with you. So Hayden, just take as long as you want to, and we'll come back and get it on the air. We'll be back. Halftime score, Escambia Academy 19 and Fort Dale Academy 7. We'll be back in just a bit. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Down Florida. Exercises turning storm recovery logs into custom-cut lumber for use in a variety of building projects. We have longleaf pine, juniper, white cedar, cypress, and hardwood. And who wouldn't love authentic heart pine beams or new heartwood flooring custom-cut to your need and specification? Check us out on Facebook or call Greg Fralick at 251-254-0414 or Cooper Dean at 251-362-8100. That's Greg Fralick at 251-254-0414 or Cooper Dean at 251-362-8100 for Juniper Creek Lumber, Southern Best.
No visit to Atmore is complete until you've experienced Gather. The Gather restaurant, located at 111 West Nashville Avenue in Atmore, has become the premier location for an incredible dining experience. From delectable appetizers and perfectly seasoned steaks to scrumptious dessert choices, your mouth is sure to water just thinking about your next trip to Gather. Great food, incredible service, and an authentic Southern charm will have you coming back again and again. Gather is open Tuesday through Saturday from 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. The Gather restaurant is a proud sponsor of Escambia Academy Cougar Athletics.
The Heat Sports Grill and 30 Below Ice Cream, located at 110 North Main Street in Atmore, invite you in. From appetizers and sides to their famous bone-in or boneless chicken wings, or one of their fan favorites, delicious burgers, sandwiches, or hot dogs. And don't forget to leave room for dessert. The Heat Sports Grill has Wing Wednesdays, $1 bone-in from 5 to 8, and college football Saturdays, it's $1 bone-in all day. They open 11 a.m. Monday through Saturday. You can call ahead, 251-308-4238, or order online. The Heat Sports Grill and 30 Below Ice Cream, 110 North Main, Atmore.
Why buy at Johnson Ford? We put our customers' wants and needs first. We respect your time and offer a stress-free approach to selling cars. This is reflected in our winning Ford President's Award 5 years consecutively. From sales to service, we do everything we can to achieve the highest level of customer service. We are proud to be the premier Ford dealership in this area. We invite you to come by and see us at 1828 South Main Street in Atmore to experience the no-hack, best price, first way of doing business. Stop by and see Jim Johnson and the staff, or give them a call, 251-368-2135. Diamond Gasoline Stations, with locations all over South Alabama and Northwest Florida, wish all the local teams in the area good luck this football season. Thank you for making Diamond Gasoline your choice for quality fuels and convenience items. Diamond Gasoline is proud to support this broadcast and be a part of the community. And remember, fill your tank and save your green at Heavy Rowell, owner and broker. Agent David Hobson are ready to assist you with any real estate needs. Located at 800 East Nashville Avenue in Atmore and at southernrealestate.org on the web, they are just a phone call away at 251-368-4397. Choosing the right realtor makes all of the difference. See Southern Real Estate.
And welcome back as the cheerleaders and dancers on the far side of the field for Fort Dale Academy. Of course, with it being a Halloween weekend coming up on Halloween on Monday, they did a nice dance routine to the old Michael Jackson tune Thriller.
Did a good job, too.
That's right, yeah. I remember that song. I remember when that song came out and it was such a big deal because they had the big, the movie-type video to that song, and it was on MTV.
MTV. That's where you had to watch videos back then.
That's right, yeah. You kids, y'all don't know anything about that. Y'all just, go to the kitchen. Grown-ups are talking about MTV. That was what was big when we were kids.
And that was Michael Jackson at the height of his stardom there.
That's right. That was back when he was playing music and everything and doing a good job with it, and that was just a big time song for him, Thriller. Hey, got some other news around Escambia Academy sports. A couple of EA 8th graders finished very strong at a cross-country invitational here recently. A pair of 8th grade runners from Escambia Academy turned in impressive performances in last week's AISA Junior High Invitational cross-country meet as Danny Dorr placed third overall in the boys' 2-mile run. I'm not going to go into that whole 3.219 kilometer deal. It's the 2-mile, and Danny did good in that as he ran in 12 minutes 9.47 seconds. And also Alexis Strength of EA, she had a personal best time of 17 minutes 13.45 seconds in a finish. She finished 12th overall in the girls competition, so big time going on there with the Cougars cross-country team out in Canoe. All right, so as we get started here in the football game, 12 minutes on the clock going into the third quarter. Escambia Academy with a 19-7 lead. They're going to be kicking the ball off to Fort Dale Academy. There's the high end-over-end kick. It's going to get over the head of everybody. It's going to be picked up way back near the 5-yard line. Number 2 on the return. He gets popped and then popped again. And good coverage there by the Cougars as the ball does come out across the 20 to near the 24-yard line. And that's where Fort Dale will have the ball first down and 10.
A lot of pops there. I think Carson Wilson put the final pop on him, but nice coverage.
So the Cougars will be on defense to start the third quarter. Fort Dale with the football, trailing in the game by a score of 19-7. So Fort Dale's got some points to make up. And the Cougars just need to keep doing what they're doing. Man coming in motion. Handoff is going to be to the first back. Got some running room. Looking for more running room.
Running back there,
he's finally going to be hit and dropped from behind. But he gets all the way out to the 50.
That's Garrett Simmons for the Fort Dale Eagles.
So Simmons on the carry. And he comes all the way out to near midfield. The ball will be spotted first down and 10 at the Eagle 49-yard line. So a good run there on first down. That play picked up about 23 yards. Wide receiver flanked wide to the right side and the left. Slot receiver on the right. Handoff again is going to be
I got him that time.
At left tackle. Play is going to gain positive yardage, but not very much.
Yeah.
Well, good job there by Ty coming up from his linebacker spot. 2-yard gain on the play. Or actually, they just, well, it's going to be 2 because it was,
on that tackle, too.
I don't think honestly, I don't think the down guys got the ball spotted quite right.
Yeah, I can't.
Maybe a little closer now. He did move it some to his right, but handoff is going to be right up the middle as they try to establish a running game against the middle of this Cougar defense. Now, one thing to let you know that we talked about in the pregame is that the Cougars are missing a couple of down linemen, a couple of big men up front. And so maybe that's what Fort Dale feels like that they must do in order to establish something on offense is just run the middle of the field against the Cougars.
Well, really, most of their success this game has been, between the tackles, run the ball. I mean, they got that one long gain on that pass interference, but there you go, right up the middle.
Yep, quarterback's going to keep it.
Though.
Yeah, I don't know. He's going to have some forward progress.
Yeah, they stopped him.
Yeah, if it stays where it is, they actually marked him backwards about half a yard. So 4th down and 2 for the Eagles.
About 4th and 3.
Ball just across the 45-yard line at the Cougar 44. Clock running here in the third quarter, 9:37 to go.
Yeah, he's going to have to get to the 41-yard line for a first.
Quarterback in the shotgun. Wide receivers split wide to the right. Man goes in motion. Now comes back.
Yep.
Flags. That's probably going to be motion.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that's going to be dead ball. That's going to be illegal motion against Fort Dale. So that's going to be a 5-yard loss on the penalty and make it a lot more difficult here on 4th down to get a first down. Ball comes all the way back to near midfield at the 49-yard line. And it'll be 4th down, and we'll call it 8. A long 8, but 8.
Yeah.
Clock running with 9:18 to go here in the third quarter. Cougars with the lead, 19-7. Fort Dale with the football. Man in motion.
Oh, that's movement.
Yeah, that's got to be something. Okay, so that's going to be offsides against the Cougars.
Man.
Yeah, it'll be 4th down. It's not going to be enough for a first as the ball just moves up 5 yards, but it will be 4th and 3 now as the ball moves from the 49 up to the 44.
Got us to jump with a hard count.
Just don't need to jump again because another penalty will give them a first down. There's the snap. Handoff is going to be right up the middle. Yeah, good job defense as they are able to wrap them up. Cougars are going to take over the ball and have the ball offensively. And that's one of those things, you know, you're trailing in the game by a score of 19-7. If you've got a fourth down at midfield, why don't you punt the football?
Let's go.
Yeah, in a close game,
I mean, because you're back in it. You know, that score at the end of the half and then you getting the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, it's just a 12-point game.
Yeah,
I agree with you 100%. That's just, that's not good. That's not conventional football. I won't say it's not good football, but really, you got a chance to back them up. It'd been different if it's 4th and 1 or 4th and 2.
Well,
but then again, they're 3-6. So
well, and it's one of those things. If he gets it right there, he looks like a hero.
Yeah, right.
And but because he didn't, then people like us sit around and talk about him. Christian Crook on the carry around right in for the Cougars. He's going to battle for yardage, and penalty flag is going to be thrown. And from the reaction of quarterback Jacob Lee, it looks like it's going to be against the Cougars.
I might say a little unsportsmanlike conduct here.
Yeah, probably so. That was just one of those type reactions.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I swear I'm going to start bringing a telescope with me, or at least my binoculars, so I can see the other side of the field.
So it's going to be against the Cougars. Let's see what they're.
A personal foul.
Well, yeah, I'm not. Well, I'm really not sure. They're still talking about it, and it's definitely not offsetting penalties.
Yeah, it's either I think it's personal foul. I thought it'd be in sportsmanlike conduct. I guess they call it personal foul.
Yeah. Whatever it is, it's a 15-yard penalty. It's going to back the Cougars up all the way to their own 31-yard line.
Let's go,
and it's going to be. It's going to be 2nd down and 25. Jacob Lee, the quarterback, looking to throw. Pump fakes, got a man over the goal. He throws an interception. And a lot of running room for the defensive back with the football. Finally, they wrap him up from behind. And a lot of chippiness out there going on. I tell you, after Jacob Lee, he threw it right into the arms of the safety, and the safety picked it and returns back to the 25-yard line of the Cougars. It's going to be 1st down and 10 there. 8:09 to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Cougars give up the football on a turnover, a pass interception by Jacob Lee. And so now it's going to be Eagles football again for their 2nd possession of the 2nd half.
Just got to play good defense now.
Let's go, defense. Come on, boys. Let's go.
Quarterback from the shotgun. Here comes a man in motion. They hand it off to him. Going around left end, number 2 for the Eagles.
Defense fairly well, about a 3-yard gain.
Let's go, defense.
Yeah, they keep moving the stick. It's going to be closer to 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Clock still running now, 7:43 to go in the 3rd quarter. Fort Dale Academy with the football. They send a wide receiver wide to the right. Also a receiver wide to the left. 2 backs in the backfield. Here comes a man in motion. Quarterback's going to keep it right up the middle. Ball comes loose, but he's already down.
Yeah, nice job by Nick Kane on that play.
Play only gains, well, actually fails to gain by the way the down marker looks. 3rd down and 6. So another big play here on 3rd down by the Cougar defense. They got to get this, they need to get themselves off the field right here. Of course, Fort Dale got the ball back when Jacob Lee threw an interception for the Cougar offense.
You need to stop them here and then stop them again. But job 1, stop them now.
Wide receiver set far right out here. I believe there again, he's just a decoy. Quarterback running for his life. Got a man open. He hit him. Touchdown.
Yep.
Touchdown Eagles as they had a man open. He just broke that route off. You know, the quarterback was rolling to his left, and that receiver was on another route, and all of a sudden when he saw his quarterback in trouble, he just cut it up the field and ended up wide open.
It to him, a little toss and catch there, yep. That's a nice pass that quarterback's thrown in this game.
Yeah, with 6:31 remaining here in the third quarter, the score, Escambia Academy 19, Fort Dale Academy 13, and the point after touchdown coming. So there's the snap. Kick is going to be up, and I tell you, that kicker can boom him.
He can.
6:31. The score is Escambia Academy 19, Fort Dale Academy 14. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore. You may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Big old Senator. Great to be back under the lights of Friday night football. It's been a long time since I was a player under these same lights, but I haven't forgotten the hard work, determination, and teamwork it takes to finish the game with a victory. As your senator, I use these same principles in Montgomery as we compete with other areas of the state for the resources we need. It is my job to see that Escambia County comes out a winner.
Atmore Auto Parts, located at 105 North 2nd Avenue in Atmore, is your local Napa dealer, specializing in automotive parts, farm and agricultural parts, ATV and heavy-duty parts, marine and hydraulic hoses. Atmore Auto Parts is open Monday through Friday from 7 to 5 and on Saturdays 7 to 12. No one knows parts better than the folks at Atmore Auto Parts. So for your next project, call Atmore Auto Parts at 251-368-2148.
Cougars are getting the football back here to after the touchdown by Fort Dale Academy. Good return there by the Cougars return team. Hard to see who had the football far side, because as I've said before, 59-year-old eyeballs don't see like they used to, and that's a long way over there. But anyway, the Cougars are going to have the football. Clock never started, 6:31 still. Of course, that's okay. We may need those few extra seconds. Cougars in a ball game now, though. They were up 19-0. It's now 19-14.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what level of play, from Pop Warner to junior high, junior varsity, high school, college, pro, it doesn't matter. Turnovers will kill you. They usually turn into points for the other team.
Cougars with the football. Changing formations now from the I formation are the Cougars. Here comes Christian Crook looking for running room, reversing his field, looking to pick up a block.
No blocks in the back. That's where you see those. Good job, Christian.
Yep, Christian reversed his field and went all the way back to the far side.
You know, a lot of times when they reverse like that, and you have all your linemen and blockers going one way and you reverse your field, a lot of times you'll see the block in the back penalties or a hold on those.
So
But
Christian Crook runs out of bounds. 6:18 left to go here in the third quarter. It'll be first down and 10 Cougars. The ball comes out to the Cougar 40-yard line. So, yeah, you're right, Rick. I mean, a lot of times what you'll see is with everybody running around, I mean, it's kind of like a game of throw up and smear by that point.
People old as us, at least they'll know what throw up and smear was.
There goes a running play by the Cougars at right tackle.
Which I was never a little fellow, but I always felt like one when we played throw up and smear.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And people don't realize this, too. A lot of times, you know, when we played football on Sunday afternoons at the old Vanity Fair.
Yeah. Now, that was definitely throw up and smear.
Well, that was – I tell you, I've been hit harder in some of those ball games than I was on Friday night when I played for the Blue Devils.
Yeah. I think the hardest I ever got hit was one of those games. Rodney Weaver.
Yeah.
That almost killed me.
Second down and 4 for the Cougars. Ball's going to be out at about the 46. Good defensive stand there by Fort Dale as Christian Crook is stacked up.
Third and long.
Yeah, probably for
Lost
little or no
about a
gain.
half yard.
Yeah, they do move the stick back about a half. We'll call it 2nd down and 5. It's going to be a short 5, but still 5 yards to go for a first down. Clock still running at 5 minutes even to go here in the third quarter. Cougars with a 19-14 lead.
Of course, plenty of time left, but I sort of feel like we kind of need this one right here.
Yeah, the Cougars need to build a little confidence offensively.
Momentum.
From the I formation, Jacob Lee looking to throw.
He's
got
open.
a man open, but he couldn't find the football. That's one of those that Jacob threw it to the outside and kind of led his receiver to the outside, and that was one of those that the way the defender was beaten, Jacob needed to kind of lead him to the inside and let him come get the football more in the middle.
Yeah, wasn't nothing wrong with the route. He just overthrew him. I mean, and overthrew him to the outside, like you said. Had to punt here. Need another one of those big punts, Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob Lee will be back to punt for the Cougars on a 4th down and 6. The ball spotted at the Cougar 45-yard line. There's the snap. Good snap. They come after it. Don't get it.
Nice punt. Good roll.
Ball's going to hit the ground. Returner thought about running up there and getting it, but he better thought, better not.
He made the wise decision.
So that's going to bring up a 1st down and 10 for Fort Dale Academy with 4:24 to go here in the third quarter.
And nice punt by Jacob Lee, 46-yard punt.
It was a good punt. Cougars just need to get a stop here, and they need to get a stop on their end of the field. Both quarterbacks have thrown an interception in the game, and both of those interceptions have resulted in scores.
Yeah.
1st down and 10 for Fort Dale. Man coming in motion. They fake it to him. Quarterback's going to keep it.
Tackle. Nice run by the quarterback.
Yeah, and the longer
first down.
You know, if you'll watch some on offense and defense, both the Cougars and Fort Dale, this game's getting a little chippy.
It is, and it's a tight ball game, and that's got a lot to do with it. Plus, I mean, they're long-time rivals, just a little over an hour up the road down the road from each other.
Right, and even if it wasn't, I just always like using the word chippy. I don't know exactly why. But there's a little meanness going on. That's what I'm trying to say. A little meanness.
Yeah.
Teams are getting after each other. That's what they're doing. 1st down run there by Fort Dale. So the Eagles will have a 1st down and 10 as the ball comes all the way out to near the 30-yard line. It's actually not. It's at about the 37-yard line or the 27-yard line.
Yeah, 27-yard line.
I knew there was a 7 in there.
He's got to get to the 37 for a 1st down.
Anyway, an injured Cougar on the field. Cougar coaching staff out taking a look at him. Not sure who it is.
Yeah, can't say his number.
He's got him bent over there, and they're talking to him, and it could be just the wind knocked out of him. Man, that's one of the scariest things. You're really not hurt that bad at all, but when you can't breathe, when you go to draw in a breath, he may have a bloody nose.
Number 7, Darius McNeil.
Yeah, McNeil may have he may have got popped in the nose the way he's holding that towel up on his face.
Yeah, I think you're right. Call him Y.
I know, I remember back years ago, this was in 1980, our last game of the year that year against Baldwin County. I got popped in the nose, thought my nose was broke, went to the sideline. You remember old Dr. Thomas?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Thomas. Dr. Thomas took 2 big old cotton balls and shoved 2 up either side of my nostrils and tapped me on the butt and said, "You got to get back in there. We need you."
That sounds right, yeah.
I'm worried about my nose. I'm not worried about what's going on the field, but Dr. Thomas was a man's man. Play coming near side for Fort Dale. That's going to gain a couple of yards. Yeah, old Dr. Thomas was, I mean, he was one of those old John Wayne guys. Well, whatever.
If you had a vehicle that was running.
Well, that's true.
Or one of us. One of us. We could get one vehicle between about 5 of us to run. Somebody had a date.
Yeah, chances are I didn't have a date after the game. We might have been out somewhere running from the police, but, I didn't have a. Yeah,
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
I'm not sure either. Glenn Carley. Leonard Purvis.
Ooh.
There's the snap. Handoff is going to be right up the middle for Fort Dale. Helmets come flying off.
Come on, defense. Need to stiffen up here.
Yep. Cougar loses a helmet. He's got to come to the sideline for at least one play.
Yeah.
As number 32. I don't have a 32 on the roster.
No. I got several not on the roster. I need a name for 70, 32, 58. We're going to update our roster here.
Yeah, first down and 10 for Fort Dale. The ball out across the 40-yard line, out about the 43, 42. Man coming in motion. There's the snap. Handoff is going to be right up the middle as Fort Dale continues to work at the middle of this Cougar defense, and they're finding a lot of room there as they're just eating up chunks of yardage, 10 and 12 yards at a time.
You're not doing anything special.
Well, that's, we just got through talking about the fact that the Cougars are a little slim up front.
Yeah, got some injuries hurting us there, but
clock running with 2:27 to go third quarter. Cougars with a 19-14 lead. Fort Dale with the football in Cougar territory. Ball inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Wide receivers to both sides for Fort Dale. Here comes a man in motion. Handoff is going to be to him. Number 2 on the carry. Good job there by the Cougar defense.
Nick Kane on that one.
Yeah, Nick Kane gets up hobbling a little bit, but it looks like he's going to be okay. Very well could be, and I know it's a cool night. It's comfortable, but with Nick playing as much as he does on offense and defense, it could be a cramp. Clock still running with 1:40 to go here in the third quarter. Cougars holding on to a slim 19-14 lead.
See Zeke McElhaney in there. I got beefing up the line a little bit there, moving him around from side to side.
Slot receivers to the left. Here comes a man in short motion. Handoff is going to be right up the middle again. Got running room. So a good play there by Fort Dale on second down. They're going to be short of first down yardage, but it is going to be third down and about 6. The ball spotted at the Cougar 40-yard line. Cougars need a stop. 1:04 to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, big third down.
Fort Dale with the football. Taking a long time in the huddle. They break it out with 15 seconds to go on the play clock. Inside a minute to go, third quarter, 42 seconds. Quarterback, keeper around the far side.
Yep.
And he's going to have enough for a first down.
Quarterback bootleg there.
Yeah, it's a good play call.
Yep.
Clock going to continue to run here in the third quarter. 30 seconds to go until the third quarter ends. Fort Dale with the football with a first down and 10. Ball in Cougar territory at the 33-yard line. Wide receiver flanked out far to the right. Quarterback in the shotgun, brings his man in motion. Handoff is going to be right up the middle. That's going to end the third quarter of play. It'll be second down for Fort Dale when we come back. Second down and 7. So we'll come back. The score, Escambia Academy 19, Fort Dale Academy 14. We'll be back with the fourth and final quarter of this ball game in Greenville, Alabama. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Every neighborhood is different. Every home unique. But one thing is for sure. Everywhere you go, you'll find people who take pride in their home. Indoors, outdoors, they're always working on something. At your local ACE, we're proud to play our part in the communities we serve. And we want you to know that whatever projects you're planning, whether they're big or small, we'll be there. Have a question? Come in and ask. Our associates will be glad to help. They'll show you everything you'll need to get started. Give you friendly tips and expert advice on getting great results. Helpful ways to help you save time and money. Painting a room a new color. Getting the lawn just right. From changing porch light to hanging pictures on the wall. If you need help, your local ACE is just minutes away. Stop by today. ACE, the helpful place.
See Bondurant Lumber and Hardware with locations in Bruton, Century, and Atmore.
(19-14) the score. Escambia Academy with the lead here as we go into the fourth quarter of this ball game in Greenville, Alabama at Fort Dale Academy. Of course, the winner of this ball game will just have another win. It really means nothing in any kind of standings in any way. Of course, the Cougars want to pick up a win because they're going to a playoff berth after this game is over with. They will play in Lafayette at Chambers Academy next week in the first round of the AISA 2A state playoffs. And Fort Dale season ends tonight. So this is kind of their bowl game tonight. They would love to finish their season with a win over the playoff-bound Cougars.
And it's a humdinger of a game. I mean, like we said earlier, they got a 3-6 record, but they're 3A and they've played a tough schedule, and they're giving the Cougars everything they want.
2nd down and 7. Handoff's going to be right up the middle. Not going to be enough for a first down, I don't think.
It'll be pretty close.
It's going to be about 2 yards short. 3rd down and 2. Cougars ball inside the 25 down to about the 24. Cougars need a stop here on defense. Wide receiver flanked far to the far side. Man in motion, that's going to be number 2. Handoff's going to be to him, looking to get the end. There's a holding call that play's going to come back.
Well, going to come way back, too, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a big 10-yard penalty against Fort Dale.
And Fort Dale's been guilty of that. I mean,
yeah,
really. I mean, there ain't no bones about it. We're holding your ends, and if it gets called, it gets called. If it don't, it don't. They're holding your ends and your outside linebackers and corners.
Well, I mean, and you know this for a fact, and I know because I used to play offensive line back in high school. I mean, on any given play, holding's going to happen somewhere on the field. It's just a matter whether it's, and here I get to use my word again, it's just a matter whether it's egregious enough to be called a penalty. And if it's right at the point of where the ball is headed, then that's when it has to be called.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right.
3rd down and 14 for Fort Dale. Ball all the way back at the 38-yard line.
He let that one go.
He's got a man open.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Cougars let a wide receiver get behind him.
Yep.
And now Fort Dale Academy is going to have the lead by 1 point, 20-19. With 10:55 to go here in the ball game. Yeah, I'm not sure who saw what or whatever, but the wide receiver, I mean, the defensive back was out there, and he was deep, but the wide receiver just ran by him, and he never moved.
Yep.
Point after touchdown coming. This will be probably an easy one from this point because number 1 for Fort Dale can boom extra points. There's a snap. Ball's going to be placed down. There's the kick. It's up, and it's going to be good. And so with 10:55 to go here in the ball game, the score, Fort Dale Academy 21, Escambia Academy 19.
That's number 1, Alan Alvarez, kicking for them, a junior for Fort Dale. We might see him kicking in college here in a couple
That's
years.
right. He's got a big leg. Now, the Cougars have just got to find some way to generate some offense, as the wheels have kind of fallen off the Cougar offense, and they've been unable to get the ball into the end zone. You know, this game at one time was 19-0.
Yeah. 21 unanswered
And now it's
points.
21 unanswered points. Yeah, 21-19, the Cougars trail. And I don't know whether they were taking a peek ahead of time or up until next week, but something happened. And
well, they lost momentum. I mean, you almost get tired of hearing analysts and announcers talk about it, but the fact is they lost the momentum and have had a hard time getting it back. And you know, it's not called Big Mo for nothing, Mojo and all the things you hear it called. I mean, it's and the younger they are, the more important it is. And they lost it and got to find some way to get it back.
Well, and one of the things that we've talked about, one of the corrections offensively that Fort Dale has made is they've just been running the ball between the tackles.
Well, and we said that too. We talked about that. I mean, the few times they tried to pass, except for the one long pass, of course, his last touchdown, but that run sets up that kind of play, you know. Oh, now Christian Crook's got speed, so.
Yeah, he's got speed and he's got some running room coming far side. And he's going to be thrown out of bounds. That's going to be a flag. That's going to be 15 more yards against Fort Dale as, yeah, I'm not sure, you know, I know he was thrown down out of bounds, and it may actually, you could almost.
Kind of slung him around.
Yeah, you could
Sometimes
almost get two plays.
Jersey.
You could almost get 2 fouls on the play, really. I mean, of course they're not. They're going to call one or the other. But it's going to be a personal foul for a late hit out of bounds, and it very well could have been a horse collar tackle.
Yeah.
The 15-yard penalty is going to take the ball all the way down in to Fort Dale territory.
Great return by Christian Cook, and just added to with the personal foul, has given Escambia Academy great field position, a chance to get Big Mo back.
Well, and a good thing that it could have very quickly happened with it being on Cougar sideline, on the Cougar sideline, is nobody retaliated and picked up an offsetting. There's a little tall sweep around left end. Christian Crook with the football, and the ball's going to be fumbled, and it looks like the way Fort Dale's reacting, they've got the football.
Yep, I believe so.
As Christian Crook was going around left end, the football came out of his hands and onto the ground. And so that's going to be the football turned over to Fort Dale.
Got to play defense. It's not the end of the world. Plenty of time left. You got a close game. Just have some discipline and play defense.
10 minutes, 39 seconds to go here in the ball game. 21-19 the score. Fort Dale now with the football again after the Christian Crook fumble. First down and 10 for the Eagles. The ball at their own 47-yard line. Handoff right up the middle.
Goodness.
Big run by the back.
Yeah, that's their senior back. They've been giving the ball the whole time. So. Oh, that was number 6.
Yeah, that was number 6 on the carry. It's going to be an Eagle first down.
That was Ethan Alford.
First down and 10 for the Eagles of Fort Dale Academy. They have the lead, the football, and the clock is running with 10:17 to go.
I feel better with Nick Kane in the game.
Well, you got, not only do you got, and there's a big run there at left tackle. Not only do you have Nick Kane out of the game right now, you got number 1, Jacob Lee on the sideline. You got number 5, Devin Kelly on the sideline, just getting breathers. But you got some big time players. Yeah, you got some big time players for the Cougars occupying time on the sideline. First down and 10, Fort Dale. Clock running, 9:43 to go in the ball game. Fort Dale with the lead and the football. Man coming in motion. Quarterback's going to keep it. He's got running room.
Oh, he fumbled.
Did he fumble?
He's got it. Oh, he fumbled again. Get on it and
Looks
stay
like
on
the
it.
Cougars finally got it.
the ball.
Yeah,
All
Cougars finally got it. That ball changed hands about 4 times, and each team had it twice.
Well, I'm just glad the Cougars got it. I sounded like a complete idiot.
Well, no, that's okay. I mean, that was exciting, and it turned out good for us. But holy cow. That was like that old NFL Films thing about the magic bean.
Yeah.
Cougars now with the football.
Crowd's getting into it. That's a momentum switch, of course, and do something with it here.
9:25 to go in the ball game. Cougars with the football. They need to score. Jacob Lee in the shotgun. Here comes a man in motion. Lee with the football. He's going to keep it. Oh, if they could just get a block out there on the end.
Still a nice pickup.
Yeah, it was a nice pickup, but they got to do something. You know, I don't know whether you crack back. You ought to crack back right there is what I would do, is I would crack back with a wide receiver on that outside guy.
Oh, Jacob Lee's coming up lane.
Yeah, Jacob Lee's injured, and he's coming out.
Oh.
Christian Crook going in there. This is probably going to be, I don't know whether they call it the Wildcat or the Wild Cougar or whatever, but somebody else will be taking the snap. Probably Christian Crook right here.
Wait a minute. A cougar is a cat, actually. So,
well, this is true. High snap. Christian able to handle it. Christian got running room. Still on his feet. Got both hands on the football, which is important. He learned that lesson a while ago.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a first down for the Cougars as the ball comes out, going to be spotted at the Cougar 40, or actually 35-yard line.
Now they got Ty McCants back.
Yeah, Ty McCants is going to be back there, number 2. There's the snap, high snap. Ty's too short to be snapping it high to him. And they know what's coming, does Fort Dale's defense. I mean, they know that these are not Cougar quarterbacks, so they know that they've just got to follow the football.
I think Jacob, he's trying to get back in the game. I don't know if he's going to or not. Yep, Jacob Lee is back in the game.
Yeah, Jacob's going out. He's hobbled a little bit. He's kind of running gingerly, but right now at this point in the game, got to have him. Second down and 11 for the Cougars. Ball inside the 35 at their 34-yard line. There's the snap. Jacob Lee looking to throw. Going to be flushed out of the pocket. Still on his feet. Got to throw it.
He got it.
Let's see if he gives him a catch.
I believe
no,
it did
they
bounce.
called it. Yeah, they called it incomplete.
Yeah, it bounced. Yeah,
Good diving try there by number 5,
Devin Kelly.
Devin Kelly.
Yeah, no doubt. It bounced. Trust me.
So that's going to be a third down and 11. On the incompletion, the clock stopped with 7:23 to go here in the ball game. 21-19 the score. The Cougars trailing.
If he'd have thrown it just a second, I mean, Devin had broke open. He was open, so I'm sure the legs hobble on him a little bit.
Third down and 11 for the Cougars as they break the huddle.
Gotta hurry.
They get the play off. Jacob Lee being flushed out of the pocket.
Yeah.
And it's going to be incomplete.
Incomplete.
Yeah, they said what they said is they spotted him down. They said that the reception was made, but that the intended receiver had a knee down.
Really?
That's what he called. He ran up there and pointed at a spot.
Nah, it's incomplete. Yeah, it's back. Got a punt right here.
Yeah, they're still, you know, you know, this has been a very well up until now officiated game, and I got some questions. Got some questions about whatever that was, but what it appeared is that the umpire called the reception the receiver
is that what they're
down.
Talking about?
It very well could be, because he came up and ran pointing at a spot and went down on one knee and patted the ground.
Yeah,
but anyway, it looks like they're calling it incomplete, though, because they've spotted the ball back at the line of scrimmage.
We would like to say a special thank you to Abby Blue, local state.
And so the Cougars are now going to send the punting unit out. They're going to have to punt the football. 7:16, still plenty of time in the ball game. Cougars just need to punt it away and play defense. Nobody back deep to receive for Fort Dale as they anticipate a possible fake. Of course, where the ball is, the Cougars are not going to fake it here. They just don't want to. They don't want to risk turning the ball over on a fumbled punt, and that is a shanked kick that comes. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 50.
Yeah, they should have went for it, because that's about what the equivalent of it there.
Yeah, they're.
Yeah. 8-yard punt.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's accurate. But yeah, that was.
The thing is, Jacobs obviously he's got a hurt.
Yeah,
hurt
he's
ankle.
injured.
He's struggling. But still got to play defense here. I mean, there's nothing lost. Plenty of time. It's,
yeah, 7:09 to go in the ball game.
Got to play defense. Get the ball back and score.
Especially the middle up there for the Cougars. They got to get after folks. Get off blocks.
And we all know
there
that
it is,
play was
right up the middle.
Okay.
Good play defensively there by the Cougars. They are going to gain a few yards on first down.
Nick Kane again.
Yeah, Nick's just got to go right here. He's got to have the. Yep. He needs to have the best 6 minutes 50 seconds of his high school career right here on defense. Luke Bell also on the tackle for the Cougars. Second down and 8, Fort Dale. The ball spotted at the Cougar 40-yard line. Clock moving, 6:32 to go in the ball game. Fort Dale with a lead. Cougars need to get the ball back.
Handoff is going to call. They're just calling the same play.
They're just going to run the ball right up the middle.
Yeah. Here, I'd be looking out for that bootleg again or some sort of misdirection, because that's, I mean, he is not doing anything super fantastic here, standard football.
Third down and 2 now.
Yeah, you can look for a misdirection right here.
Actually closer to 3.
I don't know if I
Third
would.
down
I
and
think
about
I'd just
3.
run the same play I've been
Yeah,
running.
I mean, what you've been doing's been gaining. They feel like they can gain 3 yards right up the middle. They do. The quarterback does keep it. He's got running room. He's breaking into the secondary, and he's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. As they run the quarterback on a running play.
Little bit
and
of
so
a misdirection.
the Eagles, yeah, well, it was that run pass option where they stuck it in the back, stuck it in his belly. Then the quarterback pulls it, and he had running room at left tackle into the end zone for a touchdown. And so that's 6 points. It's going to be 27 now, 27-19. Now, here's your big play coming up right here.
Yeah, it'd be nice
is this
they
point
could get
after
to this.
There's the snap. It's placed down, kick is up. Looks like it's going to be good, and it is. So with 5:35 to go here in the ball game, the score, Fort Dale 28, Escambia Academy 19. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Some good policy from your local agent and Auto Owners Insurance. When your insurance policy comes from us, it comes comes with something extra, a real person. Don't buy from an insurance company with an 800 number and a voicemail menu. Auto Owners Insurance operates exclusively through local independent agencies here to help you 24/7. Now that's good policy.
This is Larry White Insurance Agency at 430 Palafox Street in Fullerton, or call 296-2471. Why buy at Johnson Ford? We put our customers' wants and needs first. We respect your time and offer a stress-free approach to selling cars. This is reflected in our winning Ford President's Award 5 years consecutively. From sales to service, we do everything we can to achieve the highest level of customer service. We are proud to be the premier Ford dealership in this area. We invite you to come by and see us at 1828 South Main Street in Atmore to experience the no-hack, best price, worst way of doing business. Stop by and see Jim Johnson and the staff or give them a call, 251-368-2135.
Welcome back to Fort Dale Academy. Cougars make a big mistake right there as a little pooch kick, and
our player just didn't realize you had to.
Yeah, it's a live football.
Ball, yeah.
And the Cougars are going to give. No, that's right. It's going to. Fort Dale recovered it, and Fort Dale's going to end up with the football. So just a big mental mistake right there on the part of the Cougars. Yeah, the ball was just a little pooch kick up in the air.
Yeah, he just didn't. I mean, it's one of the things you have to teach young players. Big difference between a punt and a kickoff. Once that ball goes 10 yards, it's live, and you've got to get on it.
Right. Well, I mean,
whereas a punt, you could just let it roll dead.
Right. Yeah. There is no downing a kickoff.
Right.
You got to get on it and down it yourself. If you just lay it on the ground, that's a live ball. And Fort Dale's got the football now. They've got the football and the lead with 5:35 to go. It's 28-19, Fort Dale with the lead. Fort Dale has scored 28 unanswered points against the Cougars in this ball game.
As you pointed out, had a 19-0 lead at one point. Now he missed a field goal. Yeah, he's kicked all of his extra points.
So Cougars are going to be on defense. And they need to get the ball back. But I'm not sure they've got an answer defensively for what Fort Dale's running on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, Cougars are just not.
It's hurting them missing some people for injuries, and some of them could play, but you don't want to play them in a game that's, before you get ready for a playoff game. So they've just been up the middle. I'm sure that's what Fort Dale's fixing to do, is just run the ball straight up the middle.
Well, sure. I mean, that's what they've been doing, and that's what's been working for them.
Yeah.
Fort Dale with the football, 1st down and 10. Quarterback from the shotgun. There's the snap. Handoff's going to be straight up the middle to the back.
Yeah, they stopped down. The linebacker's got him.
Clock still moving with 5:20 to go in the ball game. 28-19, Fort Dale Academy leading Escambia Academy. Of course, this is the end of the year for Fort Dale. Escambia Academy has a game left in the AISA state playoffs. They will be at Chambers Academy next Friday night.
Got to keep your head here. There's still plenty of time left. Just a 9-point game. Got to stop them here, though, for sure.
Yeah, you got the clock is really working in Fort Dale's favor right now.
Yeah, 2-score game. So
there's the snap. Handoff's going to be right up the middle with running room.
Yeah,
they make the stop.
Yeah.
Going to bring up a 3rd down for Fort Dale.
3rd and about 4.
Yeah, 3rd down and 4. Nick Kane on the tackle for the Cougars. We've said his name a lot tonight.
Yeah, one thing for sure, and of course, it probably sounds, I don't know the young man personally, but Nick Kane has played a well of a football game tonight for sure.
Wide receiver split far to the left, right near side in front of us. Fort Dale letting the clock work. 3:48 to go here in the ball game. They have the lead and the football. Quarterback's going to pull it. He's going to keep it. He's got running room around left end, still on his feet. Got enough for a first down. Going to stay in bounds. Going to step inside a man. He may be in the end zone. They do not. The referee, who is the most important, he's going to mark him short.
Nope. Mark him short,
Yeah, they're going to mark him short. They say that he ran out of bounds. But it is going to be first down and goal for the Eagles from the Cougar 1 yard line. So the Eagles, without the wheels just absolutely falling off the wagon right here, the Eagles are going to score again with 3:20 to go. And you got Jacob Lee and Devin Kelly standing on the sidelines, and I'm sure that the thought process is just to get them through this game and not get them injured going into the playoff game.
You keep running him on it. You know, a lot of times when players play injured, they tend to get a worse injury.
Right.
You know? So you got a playoff game coming up. Nobody wants to lose, but as you pointed out, this is a non-area, non-classification game. And so
Fort Dale's going to get another score on the board, and they now lead by a score of 34-19, so 34 unanswered points now for Fort Dale against Escambia Academy. This game just took a turn somewhere along the way, and the Cougars just never were able to get it straightened back out in their favor.
Yeah.
There's the snap. Point after touchdown is going to be up and good. And so with 3:01 remaining here in the ball game, the score, Fort Dale Academy 35 and Escambia Academy 19.
I've seen stranger things happen, so get the ball, score, get an onside kick, score.
Well, I mean, and you're absolutely right. I mean, you know, I'm looking at Jacob Lee walk around on the sideline, and he is obviously injured. I mean, he's really favoring what appears to be his left ankle as he just walks. And so the thought process is look, we don't need him anymore tonight because this game means nothing. We need him a week from tonight in the game against Chambers.
Right.
So anyway, 3:01 to go here in the ball game, and the Cougars are going to get the football, but they got some ground to make up.
Now it's two possessions. I mean, 16 points, 2 touchdowns, 2 extra points is doable. I've seen lots of teams do it over the course of my life. So, but at some point, the defense is what's really. But first steps to score.
Ty McCants is going to be back deep for the Cougars to receive the kickoff. There's that little pooch kick. Somebody better get on it. I'm not sure they got there. I think the way the Fort Dale is Fort Dale got it again.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they don't understand about that.
Well, you would think that the conversation was had, but just not enough. Come up and get it.
That's not even the same player. I think Christian just didn't come up fast enough to get to it.
And the bad thing is that that's not even an onside kick. That's just a little pooch kick.
Yeah, just run up there and fair catch it.
That's right. Yeah. You got to run up there and say, hey, I'm going to go up there to the spot where the ball's going to hit the ground, and I'm just going to fair catch it. So the Eagles with the football again. 3:01 to go here in the ball game. Handoff is going to be right up the middle. Good job there defensively by the Cougars as they get the stop. It's going to be a short gain. Nick Kane again on the stop. A gain of 1, 2nd down and 9 for Fort Dale. The ball they give him a short 2. Ball's going to be spotted at the Cougar 35-yard line.
Yeah, Brody Phillips in on that tackle also. But Nick Kane was there first, I believe.
Clock running 2:25 to go in the ball game. Fort Dale with the lead and the football.
Yeah, he ain't going to do nothing.
Yeah, he's just going to hand it right up the middle. Back's got the football. Fumble on the play, but it's going to be fumbled out of bounds as 24 is on the carry for Fort Dale. Joseph Elam on the carry for Fort Dale. 2:08 remaining. That is a first down as Elam is able to get enough for a first down. Clock now whistled back into play. Clock running 1:53 to go in the ball game. And Fort Dale in no hurry to get to the line of scrimmage and snap it. 3, 2, 1 seconds. They get the play off. Right up the middle. Clock still running with 1:35 to go. It looks like the Cougars are just ready to get out of here and get back on the bus and head back to Canoe and start preparing for next week's playoff game.
Yep, I think you're right.
I mean, you can't really blame them for that. I mean, 1:20, you got your quarterback, starting quarterbacks on the sideline.
And you got some more substituting going on right now by Coach Phillips. I mean, and Fort Dale substituting also, so.
.104 to go here in the ball game. Play clock down inside 5, 4. Now they snap it. Still running the ball right up the middle, just trying to eat up some clock. Inside a minute down to 45 seconds to go in the ball game. And so this is where this one's basically going to end unless something happens and Fort Dale just happens to score again. It looks like the final score is going to be Fort Dale Academy 35 and Escambia Academy 19.
Yeah.
23-22, yeah. They're going to have to snap it one more time. They'll probably just drop down on a knee.
Yep, they're going to run a play.
Quarterback from the shotgun. There's the snap. Handoff is going to be straight up the middle. That'll be the last play of the ball game. As nothing will stop, and Fort Dale Academy, the Eagles are going to pick up
Blake Hardy on
their fourth win of the season as they beat the Escambia Academy Cougars by a score of 35-19. So with that being said, we're going to wrap things up here from Greenville, and we'll be talking to you next week as we get on the road for the first round of the playoffs as Escambia Academy goes to Chambers Academy in Lafayette. They'll be playing, Lafayette. They'll be playing the Chambers Academy bunch up there in the first round of the 2A AISA State Championship playoffs.
And we'll see you from there.
Yeah, good. Thank you so much, Hayden, for everything you did for us back at the station. Everything was right on point tonight. So all our situations that we had last week, we've corrected those. So that's cool. And we'll be back with you next week as the Cougars will open up their first round playoff game from Lafayette, Alabama at Chambers Academy next week. Final score of this ball game: Fort Dale Academy 35, Escambia Academy 19. That's going to wrap it up from here. Good night, everybody. We'll talk to you next week.